say I've had too much. The room surrounds me, I cannot stay in touch. And I know my mind from my body don't tell me it's not so. Oh, say it's so easy, say I'm not worth it. Oh, take me for granted, I'm not perfect. Show me the better side of the world, yeah. Play me, I tell you, I won't be pushed. Don't say I've had too much. The rooms around me, I do not give a fuck. I'm on the edge, and I dare you to push me. And I dare you to push me.
My soul is hurting, your touch is burning, baby. Your skin's electric.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube and Twitch channel. I hope you guys are having a great Monday and that you are ready to get into the internet insanity that I have pulled up for you all today. We've got lots of, well not lots, we've got a few videos and we've got our lovely question period. So of course that's going to happen. Hello Cannibalistic Snorlax. Hello Spittlebuggies. I'm just listening, but I figured some ad rev is better than nothing. Thank you, Spittlebuggies. You are awesome. Sorry, so today I had physiotherapy, which was good. I had, what we're doing is like this traction exercise where the, therapist like sits on my feet basically and pulls my legs with a strap. So that is one thing that we do. It sucks that the exercises only work for like a few, what's it called? It only works for like a few hours and then it starts to hurt again. So, but she said that that is normal and the hope is that everything like that as we keep going, that the exercises will last longer and longer. But so far it's only lasting about 2 to 3 hours and then it starts to really hurt bad again. I had to take my muscle relaxants like an hour ago. But yeah, and I don't want to be on the muscle relaxants again for long. Like, I had the doctor refill them, but I'm probably not going to have her do it again because you don't want to be on them all the time. But yeah, it's kind of crappy, but at least I've got something. And I got a call from the doctor today. The looks like the orthopedic surgeon referral is going through, so that's good. They want to actually send me somewhere that's a little bit closer to where I am instead of having to go all the way back to where we used to live. So that's a bonus, I guess. Yeah, it's been an interesting day. I spent the afternoon watching CPAC, so I do know a little bit about what question period is going to be today. I'm going to save that for closer to the end of the show. But we've got the most toxic video game. We've got uh, we've got Joe Rogan reacting to Canada as if he's got anything worth saying at this point. We've got just just so much crap. Just what else did I pull up today? What else did I pull up today? What else do we have? Oh yeah, we have a ruined Leon video and chat history video about evil human experiments. Medical experiments for the lot of you. And a Ryan Macbeth video, lies about Hurricane Helene. Because there's been a lot of stuff going around. So yeah, that's what we're gonna cover before we get into question period. So I think that'll take us for a good amount of time. This is going to be the last night that I stream at 6 p.m. for the Just Chatting. I'm going to move that to 1 p.m. Eastern so that I can do an hour's worth of like fun internet type stuff and then cover question period live at 2 p.m. until like 3:30, 4 p.m. So that's going to be what's going to happen starting tomorrow. And I will then be able to do a combat hour and make it a full 2-hour stream from 9 to like 11 and get some good playing in and good practice in for the for the Cento Showdown and any other tournaments that I might want to participate in, because the season 2 of the competitive tournament will be coming up. So I will definitely be wanting to get into that. And
so I'm sure
okay, that. Sorry, I'm just pulling up a couple more things while I'm talking. So yeah, that's the new plan.
Why did you this?
That is the new plan for starting for tomorrow. So hopefully that will be good for everybody, because also this way people in Europe will be able to watch. And there will also be videos being posted daily. Yes, in the morning. I will be posting videos in the morning and posting like I'll be recording and posting videos up in the morning. We will have the Patreon guitar video posted on Wednesday to Patreon, and then I will be posting the backlog of videos from that up to YouTube every Thursday. So that's coming up. Guitar practice number 14 will be recorded and posted on this Wednesday, and guitar practice number 2 will be uploaded to YouTube on Thursday. So I hope that all makes sense to everyone. Oh, yeah, the people that are happy that people are dying, 'cause, yeah, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. Let's see. Yeah, we're trying to figure out a way to schedule everything that needs to be done across every platform so that I'm not like posting in giant dumps, and that I'm not like scrambling for posting. So that is the plan. So I think we're going to start. This is what we're going to start with. We're going to start with the video I just pulled up called Dad Protects Daughter from Streamer. This is probably going to be quite good. Let's make sure we've got some good volume here. So here we go. Let's pop over to the live scene and pop over here and hit the play button.
Why did you? This is for my son, my 2-year-old son. Yeah. Why would you spin my drink?
Dude! Yeah, why would you spit in a drink? That, like, what is the point of doing that?
So sorry, sir.
Why? I want to know why you did it.
No, you can't be so sorry.
Now, how are you so sorry? There are so many steps that have to happen before you spit in somebody's drink. Especially if it's a to-go cup, right? You've got to, like, take the lid off. And like, produce spit. And then deposit it in the cup. And then put the lid back on. Like, there are 4 steps to that process. There is thought in that process. You cannot then turn around and be, I'm so sorry. No, fuck you.
After spitting in my drink.
So this is a streamer who's doing IRL stream, and he sees a young lady who thinks he's cute, who he thinks is cute, and he hits her up.
Dirty magazine. Come here. Where you going? Come here, little blondie. Look.
Oh no. So is the chick the streamer?
Taylor Swift looking ass bitch.
She's 15, dude.
Hey, bro, then why she out this late, bro?
What?
Ew.
She's 15, dude.
Hey, bro, then why she out this late, bro?
What?
Why she out this late? This is Hollywood, bro.
Why she out this late? Because we just went on a fun.
The dude talking is the streamer.
Okay, so
This clip is from 2019-ish.
Okay.
Okay, about the time. Actually, it's about the same time as Aim Aim Aim. Is when this clip happened. You'll remember this vaguely in a minute when the other individual shows up.
Okay.
Okay. The guy catcalling is the streamer.
Got it.
Okay. I can't remember who this streamer is, but he's one of the shithead crew. He's one of the larger ones out of like Asian Andy and all those guys.
Got it. Okay.
That Abba and Preach don't mention that, and I don't think they realize how old this clip is.
Okay.
This is an old clip.
Okay.
What?
Why she out this late? This is Hollywood, bro.
Why she out this late? Because we just went on a father-daughter date at dinner.
That's great, I apologize.
The Taylor Swift looking bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, then why she out this late, bro? Why she out this late? This is Hollywood, bro.
Why she out this late? Because we just went on a father-daughter date at dinner.
We just went on a father-daughter date. Oh, that's her dad.
That's great, I apologize, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect you.
They're not on camera. It's just him with his.
She's 15.
So he's just hitting on a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's and his response is, why is she out this late?
Yeah.
To she's 15.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
No.
I'm sorry, it could be 3 a.m.
Yeah.
She's 15. Shut up.
I remember this because I thought that I wanted the dad to punch the guy.
He should have.
Because he gets right there. But listen to what he says, though. Keep it going.
Oh.
And he's like, why is she out this late? That's your problem, bro. And then he said, this is a father-daughter date.
Walk it off the screen. Get back on the screen. Face the line. Apple walks off.
Alright, dude, you keep
I've invented new
you keep showing me these videos of this dude.
This is my first time showing you this guy.
Not this guy?
Yeah, I've never shown you this guy before.
He was not fighting with the other dude?
No, you're talking about Zerka. That's a different dude.
That was fighting in the street?
Yeah, who got beat up? That's a different guy.
Oh, he's confusing him with Zerka.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
But Preach isn't wrong, because I think this one went viral a couple of years ago. Mm-hmm. But there's so much of this shit getting intermingled with new stuff.
Yeah.
So let people react to the old stuff as if it's the new stuff, and it's still funny.
Oh. Yeah, they all got beards, though. You're okay.
Is he getting beat? We'll see.
I don't know.
Thank you in any way possible. I totally apologize. I would just shut the fuck up. No problem, sir. No problem. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I didn't know this.
She's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no problem, sir. No. Shut the fuck up. You just, no problem, sir. Just.
I wish I could remember who had this. I think AP had this pulled up.
Probably.
I don't want to get into it. I didn't know. Hey, you just stop it. Stop. I apologize. I would just shut the fuck up. No problem, sir. No problem. No problem. Yeah, I didn't know this. I don't want to get into it. I didn't know. Hey, you just stop it. Stop catcalling after women. Bro, why? I don't want to get into it. I didn't know. Hey, you just stop it. Stop catcalling after women. Bro, why are you coming at me like that?
Yeah, grow the fuck up. Stop. Yeah, just
don't catcall people. Just stop fucking doing that stupid shit.
Because it's not.
You've had it done.
I've had it done. It's not like the way that these women make it, right? It doesn't ruin my day. But it's annoying. It's stupid. And it's not like... I don't know anybody who's been married for 50 years. How did you meet? Oh, well, he yelled out his car window at me.
He yelled out, fuck her in the pussy.
Right. Like, I don't... It's not sexy.
Hey, baby, you ever had your asshole eaten by a fat man in an overcoat?
No, but it's just not... It's not hot.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter who does it. It's not hot when it happens. So it just shouldn't happen.
No. Snoochie boochies.
Yeah, I didn't know this. I don't want to get into it. I didn't know. Hey, you just stop it. Stop catcalling after women.
Yeah, he goes, even if she's not 15, stop catcalling after
women. Why are you coming at me like that?
Yeah! Absolutely, yeah! I didn't know she was 15, my bad. Who cares? What if she was older?
No. Like,
I remember one time, I'm sitting at the intersection by your old elementary school in Waterloo there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there ready to turn, and this university chick who has Daisy Dukes on, but she has them cut basically halfway up her ass cheeks.
Yeah.
It's the doozy. It's the doozy Dukes.
Mm.
You know, and it's like, okay, and like she's just full everything out, just walking, right? Construction worker, literally. I'm just like, seriously? That's what you got? And he takes his phone out and he's like trying to record her as she's walking. I'm just like, seriously? I even kind of a little loud, like, seriously?
Mm.
Like, he flips me off, like,
oh.
Okay.
No, like, I had somebody yell, "You're hot" at me right after I lost all the weight.
Okay.
And I'm like, yeah.
Well, look at all the Reddit comments.
I lost all the weight.
Well, look at all the Reddit comments you get.
Well, and I put on 15 pounds again. So.
Yes. Then do you know what you don't get to have this month? You don't get to go trick-or-treating. And I'm not making the chocolate cake.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I don't want it. I don't need it.
Then why did we buy the cake?
I don't know. Because it was on sale.
That's a stupid reason.
So, continue.
Okay.
But you shouldn't have done it anyway, stump fuck.
Stump fuck.
Stump fuck?
Stump fuck.
No, stump fuck.
Was that what I said?
No. Hey.
It's fire.
Was that what I said?
Fire.
Is that what I said?
Fire.
Is that what I
It
said?
is fire. Stump fuck.
Fire.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fire.
All right.
I don't even. But no, I don't care what the fuck it means. You stump.
All right, there you go.
No, that's a stump.
Yup. Because
because you can't believe how fucking the level of stupid you're dealing with.
Yeah. It almost works. So say dumb fuck. Stump fuck.
Pretty much.
So sit them dumb fuck. Stump fuck. It works.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit.
It's basically when you insert your stump in her pussy. Because you can't finger her, so you stump her.
Jesus
Anyways,
Christ.
let's go.
This is the second one. The second one is why else we don't.
You got a lot of.
You'll find that out in a minute.
Oh, the The spit one that was at the intro.
Problem, sir. You got a lot of problems.
You better have flexible elbows. You need to before you put it in, right?
Okay.
And it's literally going to be him looking at the cups, and then there's one cup that he breaks the seal on, where the seal's already broken. He kind of fingers it, and then he pops it off, and then closes it, and then that's when it cuts to the dad's view from inside the house.
You can't just draw.
No, you just.
Did you make sure the young one's in the tub?
Oh, did you make sure?
Yeah. He should be in the tub.
And like, I know what we're doing right now is the dumbest way to do it, because you could have easily just used your other hand and then did that. But no.
Nah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
Nah, that was crazy. That was flagrant. Let's stop right now. Let me get my helmet on, because we're wilding right now. Safety first. Okay? Sanitize that stump. Now let's keep...
Sanitize that stump. Oh my god. That's too funny. That is too funny. Sanitize that stump. Love it. Love it. That's too funny. Oh, thanks, Spittlebuggies. You're awesome.
Keep going.
Sanitize that stone.
My people. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Do not underestimate the power of a good cologne.
I know that.
On the star, 50% off your first month. That's how you do it. You're going to have designer cologne. Ain't it great? Step your perfume game up.
Yeah, bro, don't tell me about coming at me. You just entered my world. All right? I apologize for that, bro.
I apologize for that, bro. Shut up. Shut up. You catcalled somebody's daughter in front of them.
This is on camera, bro. Be nice. This is my hood, bro.
Oh! Really? Be nice. This is my hood, bro. Yeah, I don't fucking care. You catcalled my kid.
Bro, your hood? Yeah.
Yo, what a coward, bro. So not only were you yelling at young people or you women or whatever it is, right? Not only were you talking crazy, when the dad came to your face, you were like, oh, my bad. Then when he starts walking away, then you want to start speaking up.
Yeah, what a bitch. What a pussy. He's like, well, the dad's right in his face. Oh, I apologize. Then he turns around and walks away. This is my hood. You be nice. Really? Just...
Then he comes back, then you get quiet again. Once he turns his back, why? Because this guy's pride is hurt.
Yeah.
He didn't like the fact that in front of his whole stream he got punked.
Yeah.
But the truth is, you're just lucky you didn't get bitch slapped.
Oh.
Talking to somebody's daughter that way, yo, in most places I know, you gon' get punched in the face.
Yeah, he's lucky. He's lucky he didn't get punched in the face.
Yeah, you're really holding it down. That's why I'm holding the camera, bro. Ain't nobody robbing me from this camera. It's $1,000 phone, player.
Like that matters. Every phone these days is $1,000 phone, playa. Fuck off. Notice how he's getting laughed at.
Player. Hey, just quit while you're ahead, Aladdin.
Did someone say quit while you're ahead, Aladdin?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Somebody did say that. I don't get the Aladdin thing, but...
Hey, you could have called him Jafar. Aladdin's at least likable.
Right? At least Aladdin has some redeeming qualities, right? Like, he figures shit out. Jafar is just...
Damn.
She 15. Was he hanging out with a 15-year-old girl?
No, you stupid. You dumb as fuck.
You stupid.
I hate these streamers, bro.
That's his daughter. That's why he's hanging out with her. Jesus Christ. God forbid a dad actually do something with his fucking kid. Oh, wait, you're just pissed because your dad went out for milk and cigarettes and never came back, right?
I hate these IRL streamers. And you know what it is? Not only are they just fucking dog shit people, but the streams just make them exponentially worse because streaming, by virtue, especially IRL, they're always waiting for something exciting or entertaining to happen. And most of these people got the fucking personality of a walnut. So
yeah, they do.
You're kind of like Wile E. Coyote.
What?
That's what I just got told. I'm as smart as Wile E. Coyote, according to him. That's even worse.
you get these people in front of the camera, they gotta do something. They don't have personality to sell themselves, so they just do weird shit, right? They act like nuisances, and then they get donated to, so there's like a feedback loop. So it's not just dog shit people. The whole industry just encourages them to be dog shit.
It's a dog shit.
This is why I don't really do, like, the most IRL shit I ever did was like, here, watch me fold my laundry or cook my dinner.
Shit circus.
Yeah.
Jump through the hoops. Here's $2.
There's no barrier between them putting out this content and them having any reflection. Everything is instantaneous. Well, at least if you're doing a YouTube video, you have time to think it over, you edit, all this other stuff. So there's even more culpability with that because there's so many checks and balances at that point. You have to think over the idea. Nobody pressured you for it. You have to edit it, put it out, then get the feedback. This is instantaneous stuff. And you're getting money thrown at you for more extreme shit that you do.
This is true. That's why IRL streamers that like go around and travel and stuff, they're constantly doing the stupid, like, outlandish shit because they need that extra entertainment.
I don't know. That's what makes me look at IRL streamers and I just hate it. I'm not mad if people want to ban this kind of shit in public. Thoughts?
I really want this guy to get taste us slapped out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
I want the taste slap out of the mouth of that motherfucker.
Yeah. I like how at the end he's like, yo, what is this guy doing now with the 15-year-old anyway? It's his daughter, you dumb fuck.
He just said that to you. It's like he wants to be willingly ignorant. That's what.
Yeah, he wants there to be something nefarious going on. Meanwhile, he's hitting on a 15-year-old.
It is. You just want to be dumb.
Pussy, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. But hey, I'm glad that there was no violence because even though we wanted him to get slapped, I don't think that's good for the dad. Because like I said, America is a crazy place. You don't know who got a knife, who got a gun, whatever it is. Last thing you want a girl to do is her.
That too.
Her dad's trying to protect her and he gets shot by some fucking coward. Right?
Yep.
Dude who instigates the situation, pulls a weapon out on the dude, and is... No. So, I'm glad there's no violence in the situation, but yeah. We got one more for you.
I'm so sorry. Drink your spit.
So sorry, sir.
More for you.
Sir, I'm so sorry.
Drink your spit.
So sorry, sir.
Okay?
So this is the clip of him fucking with the cups. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, look, you actually have to fucking open the lid. You have to open the lid, pull it off the tray, open the shit. Fucking, oh, this is nasty. Oh. Fucking.
Spitting in my drink.
So sorry.
Why did you? This is for my son, my 2-year-old son.
Yeah.
Why would you spit in my drink?
Why would you spit in anybody's drink? What the fuck? Like, what the Why? Why? Booster juice. Ugh. See, like, this is even... That is not the protein that I want in my booster juice.
So sorry, sir.
Why? Why? I want to know why you did it.
No, you can't be so sorry.
No, and he sounds angry. He's like, I'm so sorry, I said. No, fuck you.
After spitting in my drink. So sorry, sir. No. The so sorry infuriates me more.
Yeah.
I ordered some shit. I did nothing to you. You spit in my drink.
Yeah, what the yeah. That's your job. Your job is to deliver the shit. Booster juice. No, you don't get it. Oh. It was? It wasn't? Oh my god.
And I can't. You're so sorry. Nah.
No.
Now the so sorry, sir, does not fucking do anything for me.
No, that makes me want to, like, throw the fucking thing at your face. Oh, you're so sorry? Here, you can wear this drink with your spit in it. You fucking asshole. Fuck you. You disgusting shithead.
Hell no. Oh my god.
And this is not just, like, I don't care what race you are. I don't care. If you're white, or you're Asian, or you're Latin, nah. This is why I say do not use DoorDash or any of those delivery things, or why I will refuse to deliver food. Yeah, though this is... I don't care. If you spit in somebody's food, you're a piece of shit. And you're disgusting.
I don't
For what? We tipped you. What's the problem?
No problem, sir.
No problem, sir. Wow. We tipped you. They even tipped him. Because that's the thing with the DoorDash thing is you tip before you get your shit. It gets in your payment when you pay. Then that's when you tip. You don't get your shit and then tip. Right? It gets you put the tip in first. So he got tipped and still was like
My kids are my car.
Your kids are in your car, so you spit in my drink for my kids, right? Should I come spit in your kid's water bottle?
Then sir, I bring another two.
Should I spit in your kid's water bottle?
Sorry, sir. So sorry, sir. Then, so I'm so sorry.
So should my son drink this, or you should drink it? You drink it right now.
Go, Dad. Go, Dad.
You drink it, take that seal off, and you're going to drink your spit. Okay, give me my drink. I want you to drink that right now. Okay? Drink it. Drink it.
I'm Muslim, sir, so I don't...
You don't drink what? Fruit juice? Or you don't drink your own spit?
Both of those things are bullshit. Everybody ends up swallowing their own spit at some point. So either you...
So drink it. No, drink it now. You spit in my drink, right? So drink it.
I like this, Dad. Go, Dad.
That's your spit in there. You broke the seal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you broke the seal. I have it on camera. You broke the seal and you spit in my drink, right? I have it on camera. My car records. My phone records. Everything records. Don't act like you didn't do it. I have you on camera.
I love how he went from apologizing to acting like he had no idea what was going on. Like, I don't believe this. How did this happen? How could you... How do you know? Those lids were tamper taped. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. What the fuck? What is wrong with people?
Sir, I'm so sorry.
Drink your spit.
So sorry, sir.
Okay?
Drink it.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Nah, yeah.
Call the cops. It's food tampering and it's on camera. Yeah. Yeah.
You call the police for that shit. Fuck that.
Preach even said it. Call the police.
It's like if you spat on me.
So sorry again. Yeah, so sorry for spitting in my drink. Good for your kids. And your kids don't have seatbelts on. They should be in car seats. Why do your kids not have seatbelts on?
Yeah.
At least he blurred out the kids. I'll give.
Good for him. Good for the dad for not blurring or for blurring the kids out, but also good for him for calling out not having them in cars.
But that, you know what? This guy did everything right.
Yep.
Fuck this guy. I don't care if his face is out there. Me personally, if that was my kid that they were doing that to, I'd have been chucking those drinks at his windshield.
100%.
I would have been chucking those drinks at his windshield. I'd have been putting this up to DoorDash. I want free drinks for my fucking life.
No, I don't want shit from DoorDash now. I don't trust that it's gonna not be spat in. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't want shit. I don't want shit from DoorDash.
Stuck a fly, sir.
And that should be a crime.
Yeah, this is how it works with the East Indians. They will pull the so sorry bullshit like they don't speak English.
That should be a crime.
100%.
I don't know what kind of fucking disease you got. Sure, nasty ass. You spat in my fucking food.
And it's not even like that. It's unprovoked.
Yeah. Like, there was no reason for it. He didn't say anything to the dude. He didn't, like, because they DoorDash texts you, you know, hey, this is your Dashers, what, blah, blah, blah. And, like, you get the contact info or whatever. So it's not like the dad was, like, texting the guy horrible shit and whatever. Like, he just ordered the food and the guy was, like, just spat in the drinks. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, it's unprovoked. It's unprovoked. Not that I'm for when it's provoked. No. When he did something to you and then you have to spoke to, but come on now. I would understand. Wow, this motherfucker did something to you and now you spit in his drink. This is you're just there. Minding your business. You just want juice. You just want juice.
Yeah. You just want a fruit smoothie. That's all you want.
Minding your business. And this one right here, the one on the camera, right? Decides to spit in your fucking drink. For what?
For so sorry.
Oh, whatever company you're working for is going to hear about it. The news is going to hear about it. The po-po is going to hear about it. And I hope they knock out your door. Oh, I hope so. Handcuffs and shit. I could see if I could press charges and shit.
Oh, for sure. Oh, absolutely press charges for something like that. That is assault. That is straight up, that is disgusting. That's food tampering. That is a whole bunch of shit. You should waterboard him with it. That's funny. That's too funny. So I was watching Financial Audit today. I didn't finish the whole episode, but this couple was just insane. They were like $80-something thousand in debt. And the husband was like, he thought they were like $30,000 in debt, not including their cars or their mortgage. And Caleb's like, yeah, you're $80,000 in debt. And then he's like, how much do you owe on the house? And he's like, I don't know, like 40,000. And he's like, no, you owe 213,000. And then the guy was like, well, and he goes, how much do you pay on the mortgage every month? The guy's like, 30,000. Like, he legitimately thought they paid $30,000 a month on their fucking mortgage when they only bring in like $4,000 a month. I was like, what the fuck? This guy was so stupid. It was like Like, I am by no means a money person, but Jesus Christ. Like, that was insane. To think that the mortgage was 30 grand a month. Like, okay. Well, if you paid 30 grand a month on a house that you only owed 200,000 on, you'd be paid off pretty damn quick. Like, holy shit. That was kind of amazing that this guy actually thought they paid that much money. And his wife was like, no, you don't actually think that, right? Oh, it was crazy just listening to and then he's like, why is there, you spent $15,000 last month? And the wife is like, yeah, it was my birthday month. It's like, what? Your birthday month? Like, you celebrate the entire month? And she just turned, it wasn't even like a milestone birthday or anything like that. She turned 26. And she's like, oh, it's the beginning of the second chapter of my life. And you know, it's and then she tried to be like, I did it because I'm a Leo. And Caleb's like, no, just no. You don't, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. No, that's not happening. Oh my god. Fucking some of these people on Financial Audit just make me both like look at how I spend my money, but also make me go, Jesus Christ, I'm so glad I'm not. So let's take a look at this next interesting video called the Hurricane Helene Airbnb Drama. I have not heard about this, and so this is going to be something that we will learn about together. I'm sure you guys may have heard of it, but I have not. Oops.
So I'm sure by now that a lot of you have seen that viral video of the woman complaining about her Airbnb getting canceled because of the storm in the mountains. So I'm sure by now that a lot of you have seen that viral video of the woman complaining about her Airbnb getting canceled because of the storm in the mountains.
Well, I'm sorry, woman. There's a hurricane.
They had booked a trip up there.
We booked a mountain vacation not knowing that a hurricane was going to come and destroy the little town that we're supposed to be going to, and we cannot be refunded.
Bitch. The townspeople can't be refunded their town. I'm pretty sure that's more important than your stupid vacation.
Well, apparently, the Airbnb owner released a response video. Now, obviously, I can't prove definitively that this guy is the actual Airbnb owner, but if it is, then this was the perfect response. Let's give it a listen.
Up here in Asheville, just saw this first time really I've been able to get online here, but I am the Asheville Airbnb owner that you see the lady complaining about not getting the refund. I apologize. With Airbnb, the way that works is they notify me. This is the first time I got to my phone. So I'm going to refund you double because I know that's so frustrating. And as an Airbnb owner with 5 stars, by the way, I want to make sure that you're happy. So I'm going to refund you twice. Unfortunately, you can't really book it again. It's going to probably be about 2 or 3 years. And honestly, be glad you weren't there. A couple of reasons. One, you would have had a bed partner. I don't know if you were there alone. It would have been a tree. And those.
Oh, shit. Oh shit. Like an actual tree in the bedroom. That's scary. That's very scary. And that owner shouldn't have to refund her at all. Let alone twice. I especially after going through all those losses that he has gone through, and obviously going to have to spend time probably entirely rebuilding his entire establishment.
Those things get really heavy at times. Also, a little bit later on, you would have had issues if really, I know you saw the really beautiful swimming pool, but that would have turned into a river with the entire house on your back. So be glad you weren't there. Oh, and finally, I wasn't able to get eggs and bacon to make you that delicious omelet that I told you that I would provide. But I'm sleeping by the campfire.
Yeah, be careful what you complain about online.
What a horrible woman. What a horrible entitled woman. Like, just, we were supposed to go on a mountain vacation and we had no idea a hurricane was coming and we can't get a refund. Ugh. Yeah, you know what? Consider yourself lucky that you didn't go and shut up. Like, holy fuck, you entitled cunt. Just straight up, just how entitled can you possibly be to just complain about that when the news is flooded with reports of how devastated Ashfield is? It's insane. Like, how can you be that entitled and that horrible of a person where you're focused on your refund? Meanwhile, you could have died if you were at that Airbnb, if you had gone. People are so out of touch, I think. And so out of empathy. It's crazy. Just the amount of, or the lack of empathy that people have with regards to other people. It's insane to me. I don't understand. All right. Where are we here? We're going to keep on with the hurricane talk. Ryan Macbeth is going to break down the lies surrounding Hurricane Helene. And I'm sure that considering his position, he's got some facts here.
On Saturday, September 28th, Hurricane Helene struck the mountainous regions of western North Carolina. The misinformation that happened next was almost as devastating as the storm. I start by saying I'm going to donate the proceeds of this video and any t-shirts I sell from Bunker Branding today to World Central Kitchen, who is feeding people in North Carolina and
That's awesome.
Tennessee who have been affected by the storm. This video will probably get shared a lot, so allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ryan Macbeth. I'm a software developer and intelligence analyst, mainly working in the collections, C4ISR, and mission planning space.
So yeah, he's got his finger on the button of a lot of knowledge here.
I did 20 years as an infantryman before retiring as a sergeant first class. I'm also an intelligence analyst and commentator for Newsmax, so if you think I'm some kind of left-wing shill, you might want to close that loop. I make a lot of videos about how the military works, how intelligence is collected, and misinformation, disinformation. I frequently embed with military units as a journalist. I also work as the director of software integration for the Texas Air Med Lab, a drone company that uses AI-powered drones to deliver whole blood to wounded soldiers on the battlefield.
So, in short, he is very knowledgeable on the intelligence community, the technological community, and the military community. So
I know a little bit about intelligence collection and airspace deconfliction. Let's start by using Cyber's social media threat detection software to determine whether our foreign adversaries are spreading this misinformation about Hurricane Helene or whether we're doing it to ourselves. So I actually set up a profile in Cyber to look at a number of keywords that have been frequently used.
That's a cool little technological thing that he's got, that you can tell whether the misinformation is coming from domestic or foreign sources
regarding
That's
the hurricane
cool.
and the federal response. And what I discovered shocked me. We have very few foreign actors spreading disinformation. We're doing this to ourselves. This is homegrown.
That's honestly not surprising to me, but maybe because I'm very cynical and very jaded. That's I don't have like any obvious like knowledge of intelligence or anything. I'm just as somebody who's been watching the way that we seem to value the wrong information in our communities, in our culture right now, I'm not surprised that we're doing this to ourselves.
And the disinformation that people are spreading willingly is actually hurting people. I'm going to get to how this is happening in a moment. First off, I spoke with the North Carolina National Guard, not just their public affairs people, but regular troops on the ground. North Carolina is home to multiple National Guard formations, C-17s, Apaches, Special Forces, you name it, they probably got it. Mm-hmm. And I spoke with National Guard dudes who are actively rendering aid in the mountains of North Carolina. These Air Force and Army National Guard soldiers, they're using razors and helicopters to meet with isolated communities and get them the aid that they need.
So the National Guard has been deployed. I know that FEMA is... Oh, I've heard that FEMA is basically abandoned the whole thing.
National Guard citizen soldiers from North Carolina, Florida, New York, Pennsylvania, Iowa, Ohio, Connecticut, Alabama, Kentucky, and Indiana are on the ground.
Wow.
The airspace is full to an absurd degree. These National Guard guys are running on Zen and energy drinks.
That I cannot imagine being the air traffic control personnel involved in coordinating all of these aid flights right now. This seems like I can barely imagine it.
The National Guard, Lakotas, Chinooks, and Blackhawks are in the air, along with civilian rotary wing birds.
Oh, wow.
And deconfliction of the airspace is an issue. It is a problem.
Bet.
It's rush hour up there, and the only reason we haven't seen an accident is due to the professionalism of the National Guard pilots from multiple states who are all working together. There's also
Teamwork.
active duty units from the 18th Airborne Corps on the ground, specifically the 101st and the 82nd Airborne. They're lending a hand. I embedded with both of those units. They're the best. The active duty and the Guard are delivering generators, chainsaws, thousands of military rations, and cases of water. The main goal is to get the roads open again, because with roads, you have a bigger corridor for food and a bigger corridor for water.
That makes sense. Because I've heard that there are like trees down, bridges out. Just devastation all over North Carolina.
Now, I want to make this very, very clear. Volunteers are not being turned away. Food is not being confiscated. Now, there have been rumors that FEMA or the Federal Emergency...
Like, why would you come up with... Like, why would you say anything like that that's not true? Like, I don't understand the willful spread of misinformation. Like, I get it if you've done your best to research it and what you come up with is wrong, but you've tried your best and you like make a couple mistakes, that's one thing. But if you're just regurgitating stuff you hear without fact checking it and saying things like food's being hoarded, volunteers are being turned away, like, that's kind of crazy. There's no reason
agency is
for
turning
that.
people away or preventing them from getting aid. Here's the truth. There's some cultural issues at play here. The kind of people who live in Western North Carolina are competent and capable. You don't live on the side of Mount Mitchell if you're not self-sufficient.
No.
And they are also the kind of people who exercise their Second Amendment right to bear arms.
Makes sense. They live on the mountain. They're probably hunters and gatherers and, like he just said, very self-sufficient.
It is perfectly normal for them to go to a FEMA aid station while carrying a firearm. And if they get some FEMA employee who grew up in San Francisco or New York City, that city boy is probably going to be terrified when some mountain man with an AR-15 on his back just walks through their tent door.
Oh, Muffin. Please. Fucking FEMA. Like, seriously? Of course they're gonna have a gun on their back. What are they gonna do? Let's see. Now imagine being the ATC dealing with that, and Elon sends in a bunch of idiots. Ugh. That was the stuff Musk was tweeting. Claiming his pilots were being turned away and supplies being locked away and confiscated. It's like the COVID hoarding bullshit. Ugh. Yeah, I did hear James Butler talking about that. Yeah, that's right. That's the well and septic guy, right? That is James Butler, right? The well and septic dude?
That's where you're getting the whole FEMA isn't giving out aid thing. And I know this because these National Guard soldiers who grew up in the very mountains of North Carolina that these people are from, they understand the local culture.
Yeah.
They told me it's happening. And they're the ones who are de-escalating the situation, making sure that the FEMA people understand the culture.
It's just, hey, idiot, fucking help them. He's not gonna shoot you. He's just here with his gun. He's probably been hunting.
Of the locals.
Jesus Christ.
And somehow, a few incidents of FEMA people being visibly distressed or uncomfortable around civilians with guns turned into FEMA is refusing to give out aid. This is where it all started.
Yeah, you even talked about the troops and troopers on the ground.
The problem is that the rumors are getting out of control. So you have people posting lies on the internet, and now you have volunteers coming to North Carolina, and they aren't coordinating their actions with FEMA or the National Guard because they believe if they do, FEMA will arrest them.
That's ridiculous. Like, FEMA should not, first of all, FEMA should not be overreacting to a local with a gun. That's just stupid. But second of all, people should not be then lying and saying that volunteers are being turned away, so don't come and coordinate your effort. Just do what you just come and do, or don't come at all. Like, that's not okay. FEMA was stopping the local transportation and helping, but not anyone else. Let's see. Last I heard, FEMA couldn't be helped to help because they don't have the help because they spent it all on illegals. That I don't know about CW, but who knows? That could be. Let's see. Let's get back to this.
They won't. FEMA doesn't have arrest powers. This is costing lives because the National Guard is checking communities that have already been checked by volunteers.
Yeah.
But since the volunteers won't coordinate with the National Guard still thinks that ticket is open and the community still needs something. If you are spreading misinformation that FEMA will arrest you and the National Guard is not being allowed to help, you are hurting people.
Yeah, stop it. Stop lying. First of all, do your own research. Right? Do your research. Find out what's going on. It's the same thing up here with the trucker protests. And the J6 guys. Yep. The migrants' talking point is one of those weird ones too. Yes, that is true.
People are dying because of you. There are other people who are saying that if you apply for disaster aid, FEMA will take your land. Some of this is related to this screaming idiot, Stu Peters. He's the one who started this rumor who said that
And here's an interesting fact about the region of North Carolina. It sits on the biggest lithium deposit in the United States.
I hear a crinkling tinfoil hat. Does anyone else hear a crinkling tinfoil hat?
Yeah, lithium. The stuff that they use to make batteries that are not removable from your cell phone, which by the way, is a weapon of war that could be blown up by the IDF or your own government for that
Oh my God.
matter at any time.
Oh my God. Oh my Jesus Christ. Really? Is that really what he just... Oh, wow. Okay.
And these batteries are also used to power electric vehicles, which, of course, are a key component of the Green New Deal agenda backed by the U.S. government and the UN and the World Economic Forum and, of course, BlackRock.
BlackRock? Where the fuck did BlackRock come in? What the fuck? Okay.
And the lithium situation in North Carolina is really no secret. It's been reported on climate nut websites where people who supposedly love the earth are talking about digging up mountains of North Carolina to steal the lithium and build electric vehicles so they can drive around San Francisco and fuck each other in the... And the federal government is in on all of this, of course.
The Albemarle Kings Mountain mine that Stu mentioned is the economic engine for 3 counties. Everybody loved it until 4 or 5 days ago when it became some kind of deep state George Soros plot.
Jesus Christ. So something that has been driving the economic stability of 3 fucking counties is now some horrible deep big bad horrible mine.
There's also a
kill
rumor that FEMA doesn't have enough money for disaster assistance, or that money was diverted to other border-related issues. This is a lie as well. Congress recently passed a short-term spending bill that grants FEMA about $20 billion for the agency's disaster relief. There's also the rumor that FEMA will only provide $750 to disaster survivors. This is the same lie that came out after the Maui wildfires, and back then it was $700. Here's the truth. When you walk up to FEMA for aid, they hand you a gift card for $750. No questions asked. It's called Serious Needs Assistance. It's designed to help with short-term expenses, cover essential items like food, water, baby formula, breastfeeding supplies, medication, and any other emergency supplies that you might need. Then you come back the next day with your application, and they'll review it and figure out what you qualify for. So this was an own goal.
So they give you $750 right up front, no questions asked, but then you come back and you apply for more funding and they see like what you can get on top of that. So it's not just $750 that's it, go away.
Goal. We did this to ourselves. Russia didn't do this. China didn't do this. We did this to ourselves, but we can stop it in its tracks. Use trusted sources of information, not Facebook posts.
No.
Donate to World Central Kitchen. That's what I'm going to do. And please don't use this event to score political points. These kinds of tragedies are the opportunity to show you humanity, not to dunk on someone from a different political party.
That's so true. That's so true. We could be doing so much to come together as people and as a community during stuff like this, but instead we fight and we lie. Honestly, or unfortunately, too many people online we know will refuse to believe what Ryan is saying. Yup. It fucking sucks. It does. It does. Like, you point this shit out, you watch these videos, and people will look at you like you don't know what you're talking about, even though he's got all the background. They actually deduct from the overall stipend given. The towns are in unminable areas anyway. Let's see. So they but still, like $750 off right up front is better than nothing. It's better than nothing at all. Hence why viewership just went to 0. Because we don't just believe Lord God Elon. Yep. Yep. That's true. It's very, very true. It's really kind of shitty, but it's true. Because that's what happens when you're a dirty, dirty centrist. You can't just fucking, like, you share your opinion and you have a measured opinion on something, and yeah, it's kind of shitty. All right. I am going to get myself some water, and then we're going to continue. So, I shall return in a couple of minutes. You guys share the stream, and I will be right back. Okay. And we're back. Okay. Let's jump back into these videos. Let's start watching something funny. The most toxic video game of all time. Papa Meat always makes funny videos. So let's take a quick look and see what Papa Meat has to show us today. This is from a couple months ago, but I think it's still funny. We can watch it and laugh. Here we go.
Oh my God! Oh my!
I'm gonna kill them all, man.
Fix the game! It sucks! Playing the shit!
Fucking... we had a roommate. Who threw temper tantrums like these people do. I wish we had like recorded some of the shit that he did, cause oh my God, he just was so shitty. Like,
Get addicted, so I can't quit!
Man, it doesn't matter if she's 15. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16. I like them real young. All the girls in the 20s, I'm cool with them, girl.
Oh my God! You subhuman! You drink! No one cares about burying you cancer pigs!
what's a cancer piss?
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down, because today we're talking about one of the worst games to ever grace this planet.
Fortnite.
At least that's what people say.
Fortnite.
Dude, I still play it. We're talking about League of Legends.
Oh, League of Legends? Really? I thought it would be Fortnite. I seriously thought it would be Fortnite. I'm surprised it's League of Legends, honestly. I really am.
If you haven't heard of League, I mean, I don't know what kind of rock you've been under, but it's one of the biggest games on the planet. Still, League is, I would say, among online games, I think is regarded as the worst, like, most toxic, worst game. Every time I've ever streamed League on Twitch, people always come in and they're always like,
why are you playing this? Why? Oh, he plays League? Ew.
and they're playing, like, Genshin Impact or some shit.
Yeah, right? At least I don't get that when I play MK. Why are you playing Mortal Kombat? Oh my God. At least I don't get that shit.
I need to max me in.
Are you kidding me? League is a bad game, but to really know why it's a bad game or why it's one of the most toxic games, you first have to understand the game. One of the reasons it's one of the most toxic and one of the worst games of all time is because it's a team-based game. And everyone has a role in this game. It goes top, middle, bottom, and jungle. ADC and support. In the game, you have an objective where you have to protect your lane. You have to push the lane, inevitably getting to a base that you explode. Not a terrorist act, just that's the objective of the game. But if
it sounds like a really stupid game. It sounds like a really stupid, really boring game. Holy shit.
you start losing your lane, people like to do a thing called griefing, raging, right? All kinds of things that are a result of never taking full accountability for themselves and blaming other people. Once again, that's just the online way. And the problem too with League
Nope,
is
it's always been League. I refuse to ever play it. I don't blame you.
that the games typically take 35 to 45 minutes. I've been in a League game that was an hour and 10 minutes long. That was called hell. That was called pack it up. It's kind of, you know, that's the end of your night kind of game. And especially cute little anime characters running around saying one-liners.
Another day, another sleigh.
You'd want to ride the sewer slide. Huh? Harry, I did it. I put it into one.
Nice.
Thank you. But here rage is born. Pettiness, profanity, and violence can finally take shape.
It was at this time that I called this Malphite a fucking worthless, brain-dead scum bastard.
Oh my.
Pile of trash, mental face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
It's funny because League has gotten so bad, they basically give you honor bonuses for not being mean to other people, such as their emblem Stay Cooled, which was tilt-proof and chill. Great shot calling, leadership and strategy, and a nice GG because you're a friendly player to play with.
This is why I enjoy playing my games, because on Saturday night we had toxicity turn into friendliness. It was great. I beat the guy in the first match. I made him scream, so I told him to scream for me. He beat me in the second game. He was screaming like crazy, so I called him gay. And then the third game went to a final round, and it went like the whole distance. And he was like, "Who's your daddy? Call me daddy." And I'm like, "No, GG's." And he's like, "Oh, thank you." Seriously, thank you for the GG's. It was like I don't see any of this happening in League.
No, that just pisses me off.
Well, some people use it to like passive aggressively say you were the worst on the team.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just like any competitive online video game, once someone starts having a bad experience, they start raging. And
Yep.
League players are some of the worst at that. Tyler won. There's a lot. I was gonna list off some more people, but a lot of them are just pedophiles. That.
Yeah, that's very true. What is it with League of Legends and that?
It's just, I was going to say, well, it's more of a pedophile. We'll get into it later, but there are a plethora of compilations of people raging on stream, and all of them are very funny.
They really are. But seriously, I'm still kind of flabbergasted that it's League of Legends that is the most toxic and ragey. That's crazy.
Here's a little montage right now.
Oh, good, a montage.
What is going on?
Is he crying? What language was that?
Just get cancer and die from it. That's all I wish for these pedophile cancer patients in game, of course.
What the fuck? Oh my god, okay.
How do we know he didn't say racial slurs?
We don't. we really, really don't. That was Japanese, right? That's what that sounded like. That sounded very much like Japanese. Screamy Japanese. And he smashed that shit. He smashed that shit. That reminds me of, like I said, that fucking roommate we had. He was playing with Pincalo. They were playing Raw versus SmackDown. And Pincalo kicked his ass. And this guy, like, smashed the PlayStation 2 controller. Like, literally buttons went flying everywhere. It wasn't even his. It wasn't even his controller. It was Pincalo's controller. He just smashed.
How do we know he didn't say racial slurs?
We don't.
How do we know that we didn't broadcast racial slurs?
We don't.
Can we have someone translate what he said? Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, Bad Dragon. It's in some kind of way. We've made our own toy with them before, and it was awesome. It's won awards. Sorry, we love you. Thank you, Bad Dragon, for sponsoring the channel. Back to the video. I don't know if I want to include this, but if you went back and looked at my search history of things I've said during League, yeah, it probably wouldn't be good.
Yeah, now I'm curious. What have you said?
I don't even think we don't even include that in the video. I just the game does something to you. It turns your brain to soup. It makes you do that thing where you have to grip every part of your body. You're refraining from reverting back into your ape-like status, devolving back to ape. And if you don't know what griefing is, it's deliberately and intentionally irritating, harassing, annoying, or trolling other players within the game.
That can happen in any game. Like you can do it in like Minecraft or Rust or like in fighting game, it's like spamming the same move over and over again.
AKA you in. Fun. That's what it is. That's like probably the only fun part of League. But what are some toxic things you can do in the game? I feel like I'm giving people a guide on like how to like make a bomb kind of thing.
Ah, yes. The cello music.
That leads us into our 5 stages of griefing. Stage 1, denial, aka flaming. This is the easiest stage. Most people get here at least once every game where you verbally attack another player in the game. You're gonna do it. If you play the game, you're gonna verbally assault someone else. It's like meat and potatoes. It's that.
I've done that. We've all done that. We've all hit the unmute button. Hey, you're playing like shit.
That simple. You know what I mean? This could be a teammate or an opponent with the statement centering around they got lucky, how players suck, they're slow, low map awareness. Right, guys? Now the guys who get pussy are like really like, oh, okay, I know exactly what's happening. I could be completely misremembering this.
I had just bought the fucking thing too. Yeah, you did. You did too.
In my mind, so don't hold it against me. But I could have swore one time in a League game, I told a kid, I was like, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. And that is the exact same, that's the exact same thing Wings of Redemption said that people got mad at him about.
Yeah, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
What? It was the heat of the battle. It was.
Look, that's so oddly specific, though. Why would you say that?
The heat of the battle, which led me into stage 2. Anger.
I love the classical music here,
Typically,
Hunter.
anger equals pings. The most petty thing you can do is spam pings in game.
They're giving me the rope emoji. That's the rope emoji. They're all telling me to kill myself. Hey!
Because it's just a little arrow and it goes anywhere on the map and it does a sound that sounds like this. Now imagine having this happen every time and then someone's just like, hey, by the way, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck.
That would piss me off.
Ping, ping, ping. Hey, by the way, no one fucking loves you. You suck. Specifically,
ping, ping.
the question mark ping. Obviously the most tilting one because you're continuously asking someone, why would they do that? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Very philosophical. Pings are a great example that anything can be used for violence. They're supposed to be used to alert your teammates about potential danger or to coordinate movement. But instead, whenever a teammate makes a mistake, you can get.
It was funny when Wings said it then. It still sounds funny
Continuously
now.
ping
It
them over
kind
and
of
over
does,
again.
though.
She's not even coming back bot now. I pissed her off. Great, bro. I fucking, with a couple pings, I made her perma-roam, but.
This is called psychological warfare. How do we know this is not what they did at Guantanamo Bay? You have some poor son of a bitch being waterboarded and they're using the League of Legends.
Ping, ping, ping.
Question mark ping. These are all things that pings allow you to do. Thank you, League. You make it so easy to psychologically destroy your opponent.
Good song.
Which leads us into bargaining, which the next step involves players trying to punish members of their own team, which seems like the last 2 steps, but this gets a little more chaotic. Usually, they have been beefing in chat with one another, like I said before. Nice little chat that looks something like this, throwing some pings, throwing like a, I don't know, like Linkin Park soundtrack or something that you're probably listening to while you're playing. When all hope seems lost and someone is at their complete wits end, they do a nice Chris Benoit, right? They ride the sewer slide. The person runs into enemy towers and intentionally sewer slides themselves. I'm tired of the unalive. That was a good one.
Seriously?
Sewer slide. Copyright Harry. By doing this, by riding the sewer slide, you are trying to speed up the game and give the team an advantage so the game can be done without having to leave the game. Because Riot also does a funny thing where if you leave the game, you're punished.
Ah. That makes sense. So these people do this so they don't have to leave.
Let's say everyone is calling you racial slurs the whole time. That's happened. It's happened to me many times. I'm a white man. I've been called many racial slurs, and it's affected me emotionally and mentally. If I wanted to leave the game because I felt harassed, Riot would be like, by the way, here's a fucking penalty for leaving your game, dude.
Yeah. If you're in ranked play in most games, you get penalized for leaving.
This is the bargaining stage because sometimes the person just wants the other players to apologize and admit they're wrong. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Then the next stage is depression, rage quitting. A person exits the game and doesn't come back. This is one of the ones where your teeth grit together, you slam your fist, you're kind of talking to yourself.
So trash. I'm so you're washed up, you motherfucker. You short little head bastard.
Well then. That's hostile.
Get out of my head. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a good player. I'm a good player.
You do that thing where you're like yelling, but you're gritting your teeth. And it stays with you all day.
Yep. I am recognizing some of the stages here in Mortal Kombat play. You play back, you're like, come on, stop it. You could have totally blocked that. What are you doing? Stop it.
As soon as you rage quit from a game, that shit stays with you indefinitely. I'd say deep-rooted scars that last with you for years. Jacob doesn't even play the game anymore.
Can't stand it.
Acceptance. This is acceptance that Tilt has consumed them, that they are getting dumpstered, and they do not want to play the game anymore. They've fully broken, they're probably going to ride the sewer slide themselves. They're going to question all of their beliefs in the game, or maybe they might even uninstall the game. After rage quitting, possibly while still in the game, the person might destroy their keyboard, their mouse, knock things off their desk, throw things, or even punch holes in walls.
Or throw keyboards and mice completely across a busy street. Yes. Again. Roommate.
Oh my fucking god! I just broke my glasses.
Shout out my friend Lucas back in the day.
Creeps. It is seriously embarrassing watching you miss creeps when there isn't an enemy around. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting my _.
It doesn't help too.
See, I just internalized all of this.
Like the donation reader thing. Shout out that you're a terrible player. But then
yeah, I love that. The chat is like, it's embarrassing watching you fail like this. It's like, oh my god, it's too funny. The chat is roasting him, and he's just screaming. Stretch. The MetaQuest ad. I shall stretch. Oh. Ow. Why will my hip not pop back into place? Oh. Okay. There. I stretched. I stretched it. Okay. Where are we here?
And it leads us into our next chapter of this video, which is asking Riot a simple question. Can Riot be blamed for their own creation? Can Riot be held to the standards as if they're the gods amongst their own world, and can you blame God? From the start, the game has been plagued with toxicity. When the League was first released, one of the devs named Pendragon tried to kill its competitor known as Dota, which that's Nick's game. The guy who eats those chicken sandwiches. Put a video of the chicken sandwich thing. That's a Dota player. Which
Dota, that's... What the hell does Dota stand for?
Pendragon ran the biggest Dota community website and deleted the entire thing to showcase an ad for League of Legends in its place. Then, when Dota 2 was in beta, Pendragon tried to get Blizzard to copyright claim Dota 2. Riot Games also has had a history of toxicity in their workplace. In 2018, Riot Games suspended their CEO, Scott Gelb, for 2 months without pay after reports of sexual misconduct.
Lovely. The COO, holy shit.
Did he move over to Blizzard? Gelb was accused of touching employees' genitals and farting in their faces.
Ew. That's
you
just,
can see that new champion we just made?
That's just nasty. Why would you fucking do that?
Let me touch your cock. They lost a lawsuit regarding bro culture. Despite the allegations and proven discrimination, Gelb remained employed with them until 2023. During the same...
That fat Chinese exchange student was always playing in the basement.
Oh, right. It's a shooter game, right?
No, it's an MMO.
Oh.
Year, another lawsuit was launched against Riot Games for a long history of sexism, which is unfortunately rampant in the video game industry. I don't, dude, get the chicks out of here. Is what I say, dude. Hey, women, don't be playing video games, dude. This is for the boys. Please cut that. Please cut that. Please cut that. Valorant Studio.
Sorry, see now I have to go play Mortal Kombat
$104 million to 1,549 female employees working for Riot between 2014 and 2021.
Wow.
In response to unequal hiring practices, they begrudgingly decided to generously hire 20% female leadership. Fine. God. Ruin.
Fine. We'll hire some chicks.
They don't even want to grab cocks and fart in each other's faces, so I guess, okay, well, I'm finding a new job. Many employees who were mentioned by name in the lawsuit for engaging in sexist and discriminatory behavior were never suspended or punished in any meaningful way. They still continued to work at the company after the lawsuit was lost. Which that leads us into toxic player base. It appears the best players in the game are toxic. Because you know what? If you're good at something, you want to fucking let people know that you're good at it. And
well, yeah. Like, some of the best fighting games players shit talk because they can. They play really well, so they can shit talk.
They're bad at it. And in 2012, Moscow 5 professional team won the tournament, and then they had to apologize for their toxic remarks in game. That's bullshit. For a tournament, that feels weird.
It's like looks like a beheading video.
This does look like an ISIS beheading video. Also, all the shadows on the wall. Oh my god. It's like a guy with like a fucking machete just like coming around the corner.
Jesus.
And then suspiciously, the owner of the Moscow 5 was taken down for credit card fraud, and the team was rebranded as Gambit Games and based in the UK.
Interesting. That's okay.
Even though people couldn't figure out where the new funding came from. The biggest toxic player of all time and then now reformed is Tyler 1. He lives here in Missouri. He was infamous for aggressive and toxic behavior in game, and there are many clips of him insulting teammates.
I think I recognize that name, Tyler 1.
Intentionally, feeding, that was the big thing. He'd just run it down mid. And he's short and buff and he has a bald ass head. Hell yeah. He had over 20 accounts banned by Riot until 2016.
20 accounts banned. Jesus, that's insane.
When an indefinite ban was issued, where any and all accounts associated with him would be banned. But the ban was lifted in 2018, allowing him to play LoL publicly once more. Good for you, Tyler. Or you have L9, the 4 horsemen of the toxic apocalypse.
I have not heard of.
It was formed by Rat IRL, Apocalypse, Self-Made, and Obsessed. There is really nothing more cringy than like online gamer tag like names, you know what I mean?
No.
During Season 5 and at the beginning of Season 6, L9 really helped popularize the toxic landscape of League. They created the club with the sole purpose to grief players online.
So it was specifically a club just to troll people. I hate that. I don't know why that exists. I don't understand the whole, like, there's being a troll in a specific match if somebody's playing like a dick, right? But to specifically play like a dick all the time, I don't get it. I don't understand what's fun about it.
Knowing it would gain popularity. And this community of high elo players would stream snipe people in game, harass players they viewed under them, and place people on the int list. Rat IRL, Obsessed, and Self-Made all left the L9 toxicity, but not the aptly named Apocalypse. He started his own server, and illegal and illicit imagery was posted there so frequently Discord sent a manual message to them to curb their bad behavior.
Oh, fuck. That's nuts. It was so bad, Discord was like, yo, that's enough. You need to cut that shit out now. Otherwise you can just lose your server. So yeah, that's crazy.
Finally, after enough cases were linked to the server, Discord shut it down. XJ9, who's also known as the most hated LoL player ever, rose in infamy for explicit death threats and abusive behavior, both in and out of game, leaked his girlfriend's nudes because she picked Lee Sin.
Cause what?
Girlfriend's nudes because she picked Lee Sin. Alright, just put your pussy and your asshole out online, so good fucking pick, babe. What?
Wow. So wait. He revenge porned her? Did you miss the stretch? You had family stuff. You did miss the stretch, but I can do it again. I can do it again. Here, let me do it again. I could always use another stretch. Oh. Holy crap. My hip is really bad today. And I can't take any more pills just now. Because that would be overdosing. And I don't want to do that. Ow. Okay. There we go. There, I have done a stretch for you, Spittle.
One of the rare few recipients of the ID ban, a deeper ban that prohibits them from creating, accessing, or using any account on Riot Games platforms. Got banned from forums for spamming his stream links and engaged in cheating tactics called elo boosting.
Jesus, so he got his IP address banned. That's pretty bad.
Or you have Cookie LOL. He's an ADC player and a league trainer. And a 90-page document released against him claiming grooming and sexual misconduct against minors, allegedly as low as 13 years old. What the, yeah, pretty base, so you definitely have a fantasy about set flash ulting your pussy and slamming you into the wall.
Ew, gross, what the fuck?
As a Giga Chat emoji. Cookie LOL! Cookie LOL! Come on! This document prompted Cookie LOL to go to Twitch to address the allegations. Later, Cookie LOL posted a document responding to everything. He admitted to sexual misconduct with a minor.
He actually admitted to it. That's just nasty. That's just fucking gross.
He brings up flirting and messaging this girl who was about to turn 16 when he was 20, and this was in 2020. He talks about being Swedish and the age of consent there is 15. He even mentioned he might someone and he would never do it again.
Wait, what?
And when the internet became outraged at his response, he promised to discuss everything on a live stream. On the stream, it was clear that people were watching a pre-recorded video that lasted 7
That lasted how long?
People were watching a pre-recorded video that lasted 7 It was scammy. The stream was monetized, so people had to gift subs in order to comment and publicly criticize him. And
wow! That's insane. So he pre-recorded a video, put it up on a live stream, and then was like, hey, if you want to if you want to comment on this, you have to sub. So, yeah, Dr. Disrespect was just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah, it seems like it. Holy fuck.
We have probably one of my favorite ones here. I don't know why this one gets me pretty good. Toxicity by role/champion, which we have first off, the Jax players memes. I don't know why this is a thing, but this is one of my favorite memes out of this. R/Jax mains. I am against pedophilia. Pedophilia is bad. Top laners, specifically Jax players, are known to be files. I don't know why this is a thing in LoL culture, but it just seems to be the case. This comes from Stevens Jax, who at one point was with a best Jax top player in the game. Steven Jax. It looks like Little Xan. Like if Little Xan did steroids. He's constantly used homophobic, racist, and graphic language in game, and even made death threats, which resulted in bans.
Fucking, what is wrong with these LOL players? Like, holy shit.
Then you have King, the #1 Jax player in Brazil, who was arrested for having CP on his computer. My God.
Lovely.
Não foi isso que os vídeos da investigação mostram, né? Pedofilia, zoofilia, automutilação.
Mas eu não tenho nada a ver com isso.
Depending on who you play, you might be considered a file.
Don't be fooled by her childish appearance. Zoe is an ancient being, a cosmic messenger of Targon.
You might be considered a racist. Because you play this champion, you might be considered extremely toxic or an evil person. Who you pick in the game defines a lot about who you are. It's like a zodiac sign.
Oh, I'm so glad we don't have this type of bullshit. Oh, you play this type of character? You're this type of person.
But then we get into deaths. Sometimes the toxicity doesn't end
Actually,
with the
no,
game.
that's not true. That's not true, because... Yeah, okay, no. Sub-Zero players, man. Kung Lao
Some people have
players,
taken their
man.
in-game beef outside and committed horrible acts. Like Chinrong, who was the... That feels racist, I don't know why. Who was the gaming cafe IP farmer. Chinrong, a desperate LoL player, logged into his account and achieved 23 hours straight of gaming at a gaming cafe. He did not drink or eat during this time. Lack of sleep, food, and sustenance caused him to have a heart attack.
That's retarded. Why would you do that to yourself? Just eat something.
Since it was common to see other people sleeping at a 24/7 gaming cafe, nobody noticed his death for 9 hours. Or how about Lucci? Lived at a technical school and played League of Legends.
They are literal incels.
Lost 3 games in a row and in a fit of rage, murdered his own roommate with a knife.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of quirky. Yeah, imagine game 2, like you're like sitting in the bed laying next to him. How are the games going? He's just like, stab! Gustavo lost a game and in his group had a rule that the person who cost them the loss had to choke themselves on webcam.
Why?
Until they lost consciousness by hand or object. He tied his neck to a boxing bag and ended up hanging himself.
There was a Criminal Minds episode about this. It was called The Choking Game. And, wow, Jesus Christ, that's just
And then you move into death threats. Faker, who's probably like one of probably the most popular, well-known League of Legends player ever, had received numerous death threats from other League of Legends players with enough credibility that his team has hired extra security and taken measures at public tournaments to make sure that no one actually fucking kills him.
That is insane. How toxic do you have to be that you need extra security to make sure that that nobody kills you?
Crazy is that? All because he's good at the game. And you know, League of Legends, I'm gonna say it, I'll still play it in the future. I'm too hooked. Maybe I don't play it every day. Maybe I'll take years off of it, but something always calls me back. And I remember sitting on YouTube back in like the 2016 era when League clips and, you know, live stream fails and all that kind of stuff was at its peak. I remember enjoying all that content, and it's just insane to see where League is at now, and especially how back then, how much it just changes in a few years. It's unbelievable. Through all the fake rage baiting and all kinds of other clips of people trying to do stuff online, League of Legends, I do think truly is the most diabolically evil game out there.
It seems to be. Like, I did not realize that League of Legends was this damn toxic. I really did not. You found a video about MK mains? Oh god. Oh god. Let's see here. Where am I here? Your Mortal Kombat 1 main in a nutshell. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what this is about. This is 3 minutes, so it's not too long. Let's see what it says here. So Ashra, that's me right away. Oh, it's not talk. It doesn't talk, does it? No, it doesn't. So Ashra means, what does that say about us? I wonder. That sucks that it doesn't say anything, that there's no talking. Baraka means mashy, mashy, mashy. Not that one? Okay. Let me go back over here. Ah! That's not what I wanted. Stop that. No! Stop going over there. There we go. Which one is it? Mortal Kombat 1. Why everyone hates your character.
Do you know?
Okay, this... Ooh, it's True Underdog. I like True Underdog. He's fun.
You know why Mortal Kombat 1 allows voice chat during ranked matches, even though other fighting games don't allow it? Well, that's because NetherRealm knows how toxic our community can get.
Yeah, that's true.
We love to trash talk each other, but we love trash talking the characters even more.
We really do. It's true. It's very true. The most I hear when I hear about when I get trash talked, this character, man, this character's broken, man.
Because you see, nobody ever actually loses in Mortal Kombat 1.
No.
The opponent's character is just really cheap. Yep, but that's how it goes in this game. No matter who you choose to play online, your opponent will find some way to hate them. So
it's true. It's so true.
Without any further ado, here's why your favorite Mortal Kombat 1 character is hated. Make sure to post your own toxic comments below, and let's begin. Ermac, your offense is insane with tons of cancels and pretty much every attack in the game.
And everybody does that stupid wake up back forward too.
And on top of that, your combo damage is fantastic with the right cameo. Kitana, you are safe on everything with good zoning to boot.
Yep, that stupid fucking fan. I hate Kitana for her zoning.
And when combined with Jax, your mix-ups are actually unfair. If you want a full video explaining that, check it out on screen. Melina, your combo damage is stupid high, like literally dead in 2 combos. Plus,
yeah, it is. If you get a good Melina with a good cameo and they connect their combo with that ball roll, oh my god, two combos and you're done.
You can beat any wake up easily with your godlike overhead. Tanya, when combined with Goro, you have the best pressure in the game. Everything you do is plus on block, and your spin kick breaks armor with ease.
Unless it's now Chaos Reigns, because then Tanya's spin kick has been nerfed.
Damage might be low, but thank God for that. Rain, you have extremely unfair mix-ups that lead to full combos. Your counter zoning is great, and teaming up with Cyrax makes you overpowered as hell.
That's also true. That stupid net. You combo into that net, you freeze your opponent with the net. Oh.
Smoke. Mix up after mix up after mix up, and then random teleports. You don't even need meter to extend combos thanks to vapor cancels. Online is your best friend.
It really is. The amount of people that do that vicious vapor, that back forward X or back forward A if you're on Xbox. Oh. It's so fucking frustrating. I can't stand it.
Scorpion. You have extremely good range and can combo easily even from full screen.
Yep.
Your air teleport is a free get-in tool. However, without a good cameo, you're kinda trash. Reptile. The amount of damage you get without meter is actually stupid, yet NetherRealm gave you new mix-ups on block and combo starters on hit. You honestly do deserve it though. Sub-Zero. Your corner carry is actually insane, and with the right cameo, your damage is good too.
Like Chameleon. Sub-Zero Chameleon is a really good team. It's a really, really good team to get some damage.
Mix-ups are annoying as hell online, and your ice clone is actually frustrating. Lee May. Your combo damage is actually cracked.
And that stupid low overhead move.
Nobody else in the game gets damaged this easily. You also have way too many plus frames and literally the fastest special move in the game. Kenshi, your clone is overpowered, and that's basically it. You have BS block strings, break armor with ease, and your combos hurt really, really bad, and it's all thanks to that stupid clone.
Yes, yep, it's all because of Sento. It's literally all because of Sento.
Baraka. Honestly, insulting you feels like punching a crippled person. You deserve buffs for real. However, that armor breaking low is very annoying and your overhead somehow dodges everything. Garrus. You're way too complicated to be viable in tournaments, so you compensate by bullying players with vicious thrusting and backshots.
And that stupid rewind move. I hate that thing. Oh, that rewind move drives me nuts. Because it's an armor breaking move too. Kinky. What's wrong with them? Their mom went for milk and their dad went for sex. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay. Let's get back to the video. I just wanted to quickly check chat.
Omni-Man, you can do everything, have crazy high combo damage, and when combined with Jax, your setups are nasty. Why do you get full combos off unblockables? It's actually insane. Peacemaker, you literally have every attack in the game. Your combo damage is still really good even after the nerfs, and Eagly should be deleted from the game.
Yeah, fuck Eagly. Seriously, fuck Eagly.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, should have this many safe mix-ups.
Nope.
Shang Tsung, your stupid projectiles are brain dead and not fun to watch or fight against. NetherRealm needs to fire whoever loves Keep Away this much.
I agree. Those stupid skulls,
Also, why is your Soul Steal useless now? Like,
it's right? It's so easy to avoid now. The Soul Steal does nothing.
It's faster than ever, but it's somehow worse. General Shao, your whiff punish is godlike for no reason, and you walk really fast. With Movado at your side, you have the best command grab in the game, and you kill the opponent in 2 combos. You deserve it though, King, because you spent all of Mortal Kombat 11 being bottom tier. Sindel, you have the most overpowered mix-ups in NetherRealm history, and that's saying something. I love your lore, but I hope you are never playable again. Reiko, your projectiles are busted as hell.
I'm kind of with him on that one. I don't want another Sindel I don't want another game with Sindel in it. I do agree. Which
makes no sense because you're a grappler. Why is your projectile so good? And too many of your attacks are safe on block and you suck in story mode.
True. Jobber. Big jobber in the story mode. He gets completely deleted and defeated by Raiden.
Raiden, your chip damage makes people delete the game. You have other great tools too, but why bother when your opponent dies while blocking? I'm not even joking. Pro players will only pick cameos that keep his lightning attack safe.
Yeah, they before Raiden had all those nerfs done to him, Raiden Kano was a ridiculous team. and he got stupid damage, and he could just storm cell you and then throw Kano knives at you, and it was just so boring to
Liu
watch.
Kang, you might be fun to watch, but zoning will always be lame, so you're a punk for abusing it. Plus, why can you combo off your throw that easily? It is very cheap. Johnny Cage, you have been terrorizing people since the game's launch, you're still way too plus on everything, and in the right hands, your combos delete health bars and destroy dreams. Kung Lao, your gameplay is somehow boring and cheap at the same time.
Facts! I don't understand how in MK11 all Kung Lao players did was jump, and now all they do is that stupid back forward 2 move.
Always go for the wake-up attack because it's safe on block, and with the cameo you can combo after it. I understand how good it is, but please can you learn a new trick?
Thank you, true underdog.
Ashura, you're a literal handicap for the player because everything you do is great. You don't even need a cameo partner to be top 5 in the game. Although you kind of do deserve it after being gone for decades, and let's be real, you're not going to be in the sequel.
No, that's true. That's true. Even though she has a super high part in the story, she's definitely not going to be in the sequel. I would be very, very, very shocked if she was in the sequel, which makes me sad because the voice actor who played Ashura was just so good.
Tara, why can't you combo off your throw? Why do you have the lowest health in the game? Why is your voice so annoying? Why is everything you do unsafe on block? Why does NetherRealm hate you so much? Havoc, you're downright gross to watch, and with Movado, your mix-ups are more disgusting. Your projectiles are plus on block, but your damage kinda sucks.
Not anymore! Not with buffed Havoc!
You deserve buffs, but good luck with that. Quan Chi, you are hands down the best zoner in the game, and NetherRealm still buffed you. You're actually unfair outside of tournaments with your guaranteed trap reset nonsense. Alright everyone, and there you have it, why your favorite character is hated in Mortal Kombat 1. If you can think of any more godlike roasts, then please post them in the comments down below.
I'm going to go and like this video. That was, I like that video. I like True Underdog. He's got lots of fun videos. Can you do an updated one for the Chaos Reigns DLC? There. All right. Let's see what Joe Rogan has to say about Canada, because we're gonna get into the politics stuff. This is a 7-minute video. This is a quick short little video, but I just wanted to, this is from 12 days ago, and I just really wanted to see some of the stupid shit that he's saying, because he has really fallen. He has really just fallen off the wagon of, intelligent things to say. So let's take a listen here.
That Canadian guy who was 50 years old who identified as a teenage girl. He wanted to do a swim meet with teenage girls.
Dude, that was... Is he talking about Yaniv?
And they were
That is the
letting
next
him.
step.
I believe there was like an argument. See if it's true. If they let him actually into the locker room, I want to make sure that this is true.
Are they talking about Jessica or Jonathan Yaniv from like 4 years ago? Because if they are, this is old news, and the Human Rights Commission already. Oh my god, I
like a girl's locker room. Can you imagine you have a teenager?
What a dream.
It's going to do a swimming event.
Oh.
This is like attached to a school?
50-year-old trans swimmer shared locker room while competing against teens.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And this is how crazy Canada's gotten. They're just like the Moonies. They're just like the Juggalos.
Oh, yeah, because in the States, there isn't shit like this happening either. You don't have... We haven't heard of, you know, litter boxes in schools and you know, just complete, absolute bullshit going on in the States, too. No, it's just up in Canada.
Like, they're in a cult. They don't realize they're in a cult. But if you think this is a good idea to let a 50-year-old guy who decides to identify as a woman...
Holy shit, 6 years back. And no, they didn't.
Change in a locker room with teenage girls because he identifies as a teenage girl. You're out of your mind.
Ladies.
Does it say
it's just
that this
a bunch
person,
of us gals in here.
I mean,
let me be clear that this, like, does this person say they identify as a teenage girl?
This was a plan that I would have drummed up when I was 12 years old.
I don't think that's... It was an event that teenage girls could be 16 and older.
I think it's just a locker. She's going to a women's locker room in general.
Okay, 16 and older. This person's competing in a 16 and older, so you could be any age.
This is Joe. Like, okay, where's Jamie?
So I just literally Googled 50-year-old trans swimmer.
Okay.
100 fucking articles pop up.
Okay.
December 15th, 2023.
Okay. So this is
from 12 days ago.
Yeah.
No, this Rogan shit is from 12 days ago.
So he's pulling from...
So whoever's... No. Everybody is pulling... This is what I said earlier. Okay? This is what I was saying earlier about that clip Abba and Preach had up. Everybody. There's nothing new going on, really, that isn't being covered by everybody. So instead of focusing on what's good happening and trying to find ways to expand on the good, all of these people would rather sit there and believe all the bullshit they're feeding each other. I just went over an entire fucking thread from Molly Mouse, the new half Asian token.
Okay.
She's apparently hot and 11, all of this because she's pushing it's alone the $750 from FEMA. And the amount of people that are in the replies that are in agreement with this is crazy. And the numbers of them that are like just simping towards her the way they did for Lauren and the way they did for Shu and the way they did for everybody.
Yeah.
It's insanity. But the crazier part is, like I said, the people that I'm getting this information retweeted to me from are people that who I always thought were rational, who are drinking the Kool-Aid now. They're drinking a different flavor now. Everybody wants to drink a different flavor because of the electrolyte levels. Because of the lithium levels.
Yeah.
From those Tesla batteries.
You switch to YouTube? No worries, Spittle Buggies.
Okay, so is there any evidence that this person identifies as a teenage girl, or is that just the internet?
That sounds like the internet, but I don't know.
Google that just in case. I would like to know. Because that makes it extra crazy and fun.
I'd be weirded out by
it does.
Wow, see, Joe's just admitted. Joe has just admitted that he wants this person to identify as a teenage girl because it would be more fun and crazy. So he wants more like degeneracy because it would be fun to laugh at. Really?
Doesn't make it extra crazy and fun that people are like, okay. It's the same way I feel about all the other things we talked about. Like, the odds of you not being out of your mind are really low. They're really
Very
low. Super low. And the fact that everyone's like, yeah, inclusivity, like,
well, also,
how did we get to this Mooney point?
There's also, you should be allowed to say that some things are weird and crazy, and that doesn't necessarily mean you have to hate them or be against them. Comedians are weird and crazy.
I'm weird and
we're
crazy.
all weird and crazy.
Okay, this is apparently, that means Wiseheart was swimming with young girls because of how fast or slow a swimmer is, not because she identifies as a young girl. But the competition is presumably separated by gender, so there's an issue where Wiseheart is competing against females while being biologically male.
That's a better argument to make than making up some shit about her pretending to, or identifying as a teenager. That's ridiculous. We don't need that shit.
And also, I think intact.
Oh.
So, which is also the weird one, right? Like, you could be a woman, but you don't even have to try that hard.
No, you don't have to do
Sorry,
much.
turn around real quick and hit you with my pussy on your back.
And you can go back and forth anytime you want. You don't have to choose.
I'll call you your name if you cut your dick off.
Does anybody ever?
If you don't cut your dick off, I'm not gonna call you, or maybe I will call your name, but I might forget up. But I think that's okay. Either way, he's gonna check, and we'll figure out. We'll go from there.
It's just so nuts, man, that you're just giving this pervert pass. Like allows, because there's real trans people that are like this, like it's happened for all eternity. There's something wiring, you feel female, but there's also crazy people. There's also
Like, this is the thing. This is why people like Joe Rogan are so fucking dangerous. I'm not even gonna finish the rest of this clip because he's not wrong on the biological male versus female thing for sports. Like, they need to not be putting male, like biologically male trans people in with women or vice versa. But to sit there and act like Canada is some special place where all this is happening and everything is hunky-dory perfect in the States is just absolutely ridiculous. It's just so stupid.
I have just learned something.
What's that?
For the first time in 200 years, Johann Sebastian Bach is releasing a new album. Yeah.
How?
I don't know. Alexa just told me that.
Okay.
By the way, this artist is releasing a new album in December.
Does Alexa know something that we don't?
Zombie music? Can't wait to hear how it's going to sound. By the way, there's a midget out here who's refusing to leave, so he has no television and will be probably asleep on the couch.
Okay. All right. Well, it's since we've done our lovely introduction to Canada, I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom and we're going to start on question period. So I'll be right back. You guys share the stream and I will be right back.
Starting to hate this year as much as freaking 2015.
Why? Who died now?
Doc Harris. Okay, next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. That. I hate this year already. Like I said the other day, 2024 waited until now to be a dick.
Yep.
You, go to bed.
I already told him this is the last night of streaming this late, so. Okay. So we've got question period pulled up. I'm going to refresh it here. Oh my god, they didn't cut it yet. Okay. And I've got my empty glass right now because I have a feeling I'm going to need to pour something.
To protect wrongdoers and cover up their findings, I'd like to quote Bill C-28 aliens money, but one.
It is my great pleasure. Affected by.
Where the hell is it?
He's in Canada.
It's going to go see.
100 million in tax to a
Call
statements and declarations are always first.
The deadliest day for June.
Little death cult. We're
almost there.
Committee for
Prime Minister.
There we go. Okay.
What the leader gave us the crime.
Here we go.
Well, Mr. Speaker, we know that this Prime Minister isn't worth the cause of the crime or the corruption. The Liberals have paralyzed this Parliament by refusing to respect your judgment, to produce the documents and give them to the RCMP. This is a $400 million scandal. Liberal-appointed executives gave money to their own businesses.
If the clips are anything to be believed, it's a shit show. Oh yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm gonna be ready.
186 conflicts of interest, according to the Auditor General. Will the Liberals respect your judgment and give the evidence to the RCMP so we can get back to work?
So yeah, the Speaker of the House has actually ruled that all of these documents regarding this conflict of interest scandal be turned over to the RCMP, and the Liberals are refusing to do it. So nothing's getting done.
The Honourable Government House Leader. Mr. Speaker, what the Leader of the Opposition is saying is not true. This matter has been referred to the committee for further study. Will the Conservatives decide to follow that example?
The NDP Liberals are not worth the cost, the crime, or the corruption. Prime Minister has ground the work of Parliament to a halt by refusing to respect your ruling. The government must hand over evidence to the police concerning the $400 million spending scandal that saw Liberal appointees give millions of dollars to their own companies.
Yeah, that's the scandal that they're talking about. So Liberal MPs and appointees have been giving money to their own companies. And it's insane.
The Auditor General says there's 186 conflicts of interest in this scandal.
186, yeah. Trudeau's not there. The seat between Gould and Freeland is empty. Yep.
Prime Minister end the cover-up, respect your ruling, give the police the information so that we can have accountability and get back to work.
The Honourable Leader of the House in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, it's demonstrably false what the Leader of the Opposition is saying, because your ruling was to send this matter to the House and Procedure Affairs Committee for more study. And so, in fact,
it just came from the House of Procedural Affairs. It's not supposed to be going for more study. It's supposed to be going to the RCMP.
It is only the Conservatives that are now obstructing their own obstruction, because it's to send this matter to the House and Procedure Affairs Committee for more study. And so, in fact, it is only the Conservatives that are now obstructing their own obstruction.
Obstructing their own obstruction. What? What the fuck does that mean?
Because they don't want this to go to committee, because it would demonstrate that they are trying to upend charter rights and override police independence. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, the Parliament came back to work this minute if the government will just hand over the evidence to the police about this $400 million.
No, he's out. He went to France. Yeah. Gotta sleep at each of those places equally. Yep.
I found it interesting. They say everybody's going to lose their charter rights if the police get evidence into this $400 million Liberal spending scandal. Right. No, what will happen is that the Liberal nominees and appointees who engaged in 186 conflicts of interest to stuff their own pockets will be held criminally accountable, and Canadians might get their money back. Why won't they hand over the evidence, respect your ruling, so we can get back to work around here?
Because they will be held criminally responsible. That's why they don't want to be held criminally responsible. They just want to keep funneling money into their companies. I mean, Rogan's probably half brain dead from all the drugs and chemicals he's done. Probably. You're not wrong, Cannibalistic. Rogan's done ayahuasca a few too many times.
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Mr. Speaker, what's interesting about this is that there's actually proof that the Leader of the Opposition is saying is false, because in your ruling you said this matter needs to go to the House and Procedures Affairs Committee for further study, because this is unprecedented in what the Conservatives are putting forward.
Yeah, it is unprecedented that the Conservatives have caught you in 186 conflicts of interest. You're right. This amount of conflict of interest is very much unprecedented. Yes, you are correct, Karina.
Because, as the RCMP mentioned, it would upend charter rights and it would blur the lines between judicial and legislative independence.
No. No, not what the Conservatives are asking for. What you have done would upend charter rights. The conservatives are just demanding that you be held accountable.
Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives can follow your ruling and we can all go back to work, which is what exactly the Canadians want us to do. Thank you.
I'd like to thank all members for being very patient and not taking the microphone. I'm going to remind the honourable member from South Shore St. Margaret's to do the same.
See? I said it in my video earlier today. The Speaker of the House will only call out a member and the riding of a Conservative MP. That's it.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
A year ago today, a sadistic and genocidal death
yeah.
cult, Hamas, carried out the biggest attack on Jews since the Holocaust and has 100 more hostages. Bring them home. Here at home, though, our Jewish friends and neighbors have been doubly victimized as anti-Semitic mobs take to the streets shouting, from Palestine to Lebanon, Israel will soon be gone. There's only one solution: intifada, revolution.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. There was a protest over the weekend in downtown Toronto. The police bolstered their presence in several big cities across the country today in anticipation of attacks or riots because of the anniversary of October 7th. This is insane.
Will the government clearly and unequivocally condemn these genocidal chants from hateful mobs on our streets?
The Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, Judy Weinstein, Vivian Silver, Ben Mizrachi.
Fuck you.
Netta Epstein.
She is really gonna read the names of the dead Canadians that died last year. She's gonna stand on their backs.
Shir Georgie, Alexandre Luc,
Wow.
Idal Vital Kaploun, Tiferet Lapido. May their memories be a blessing. It was my honor to have met with their families here at home and in Israel. And on the anniversaries of Hamas' horrific attacks, my promise to their loved ones is the following. Year after year, Canadians will honor their memories, and to Jewish people, we stand with you. We won't relent until the last hostage returns home.
If you stand with Jewish people, then why are you not condemning these anti-Semitic protests? Why are you not demanding that the police police shut them down, especially in provinces where the RCMP has jurisdiction? If you really care about this, why do you care? It is amazing how many anti-Semite, pro-Palestinian faces surround these far-left, morally correct types. Isn't it interesting, Fury Kitten? It's super fascinating to me.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
She does relent every single day, just like her leader. I asked a very simple question. Mobs have taken to the streets in front of Jewish homes, hospitals, and businesses.
Yep, it's true. Restaurants, daycares.
To shout anti-Semitic hate slogans. I quoted a number of them and invited the minister to rise to her feet and specifically condemn them, to stand with Jews against the anti-Semitism that has been allowed to proliferate on our streets. So once again, will she condemn these anti-Semitic chants?
Yeah. Any bets? Any bets, guys?
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Solicitor General.
Mr. Speaker, today is October 7th, an anniversary of a horrific attack on Jews. 1,200 people killed, over 200 people taken hostage. Our solidarity is with Jews in Israel.
Then arrest the pro-Hamas terrorist sympathizers.
With Jewish people in Canada and right around the world. What we stand up against absolutely is the amount of hatred that we have seen in this country and countries around the world, where people will target Jewish Canadian schools, daycares, and synagogues for the acts that they have a problem with on another side of the world.
So why is the Minister of Justice playing such hard pretend? Meanwhile, the Minister of Foreign Affairs is just like, yeah, we condemn it. We stand with Jews. Yeah.
We are better than that in this country. We need to stand up against that kind of hatred in support of Jewish people and in place of all people who defend their ability to worship how and whom they choose.
That was a complete...
Against that kind of hatred in support of Jewish people and in place of all people who defend their...
In place of all people. No. Fuck that. The question was about anti-Semitism.
Ability to worship how and whom they choose.
You know what's interesting? We've got lots of she won't go against her voters. Nope. Yeah, no shit, Mirani now answer to the protests, right? That's the thing. Like they won't stand up and say unequivocally that the protests are wrong.
The honourable member for La Prairie. Mr. Speaker, seniors came here to the Hill last week to ask for old age security to be increased by 10%. According to a poll, 79% of people agree with that. 79%. And elected officials voted unanimously for it. We just need the government to grant royal recommendation to C-319, but it doesn't want to because it says that that's not how things are done.
That is actually how things are done. That's the crazy thing about this government. It says that doing things a specific way is not the way it's done, but that's the way it's been done for forever.
We are bringing up seniors' living conditions. We're bringing up democracy. And meanwhile, the government keeps talking about procedure. When will they stop dragging their feet and grant royal recommendation? The Honourable Minister of Labour and Seniors. Mr. Speaker, I have visited with many seniors in my riding over the weekend. I have dialogued with them. And knowing my honourable colleague, I'm sure that he has been very clear with seniors. For example, the fact that he is opposed to lowering retirement age to 65, the Bloc Québécois voted against that.
Yeah, because you hid a bunch of bullshit in those bills.
When we increased the guaranteed income supplement, the Bloc voted against, and when we brought in dental care for thousands of seniors in Quebec, the Bloc Québécois voted against that. The member for La Prairie. Mr. Speaker, seniors are mobilizing to increase their pensions. 79% of people agree. All parties voted for it.
So the granting of royal assent doesn't put into law? Strange. No, not anymore. Meeting with your dad doesn't count, Canadian, you fucking shill. That's funny. Yeah, Fury Kitten, we don't need royal assent anymore. We just need a royal recommendation.
And yet, the Liberals just keep talking to us about procedural problems. And the same thing applies to the issue of supply management. Mm-hmm. Farmers want C-282. All of the parties voted for it, but it's stuck in the Senate. And once again, the Liberals are refusing to do anything. In both cases, the Liberals are talking to us about procedural problems, but is the real problem that the Liberals just don't care?
Yes. Yes, that is in fact the real problem.
Culture Niagara food.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I can barely stand up or speak French.
Honourable colleague is well aware that it was our party that initiated the supply management program. It's our party that supported the supply management program through its history. It's a very successful program, and we supported 282. And we urge the other
he acts like hanging out at his local Legion is talking with the
to
public.
move on this legislation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Good job.
Good job. Good job, old man. Good job. You managed to stand up and talk.
The Honourable Member for New Westminster Burnaby. Mr. Speaker, the right to housing is critical, but the housing crisis has only gotten worse since the Liberals came to power. The Liberals and the Conservatives before them sold more than 1 million affordable housing units to rich developers so that they could get rich at the expense of families. The Liberals let rents double. Meanwhile, the Conservatives helped their real estate donors get rich. Both of these parties provoked the housing crisis. Why do they want families to pay the price for what they've done?
That's an NDPer.
The Honourable Minister of Public Services and Procurement. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our colleague is right to oppose the Conservatives. When the leader of the opposition was Minister for Housing for the entire country, he only managed to build 6 affordable housing units.
Oh my God, we're back to this again. But it's the Conservatives that only do slogans, right? It's the Conservatives that are full of slogans and rhetoric and keep repeating themselves. It's the Conservatives that have a script. It's not the fact that the oh my God. Oh my God. Is he what we would term the father of the house? Oh, let's see. He's as old as Confederation. He is. 206 housing units.
But my NDP colleague is also right to say that the Conservative leader is cynical. He's saying that helping seniors who live in low-income housing or co-ops would be encouraging a Soviet lifestyle.
No, he said that building more co-ops and forcing people to live in them instead of building normal housing would be communist and Soviet style. He didn't say that the people already living there are communist or Soviet.
The housing crisis in Indigenous communities continues to be a stain on this government's record. Over 300,000 Indigenous people continue to live in unsuitable housing. The Liberals promised to build homes for First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities and broke it. To make matters worse, Indigenous people are still reeling from the Conservatives' cuts to housing until this day. Liberals
How long have they been in power again? You can blame the previous administration for only so long. Only 9 years.
promises, Conservatives gut and cut, Indigenous people pay the price. When will this government finally act to build the homes Indigenous people desperately need?
The Honourable Minister for Public Services.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our colleague is entirely right. That's why we have been building thousands and tens of thousands of homes for
thousands and tens of thousands, eh? That's quite an incremental increase.
Indigenous Canadians and other Canadians in the last 9 years. Now, if we had built on the record of the Conservative leader with 6 affordable apartments.
6 affordable. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's it. You people are driving me to drink. With only 6 affordable apartments. Shut up.
This entire mandate, we would be a long way from what is needed for Indigenous Canadians in 2024. In addition to that, as I said in French, the Conservative leader doesn't want to support seniors and Indigenous Canadians when they live in low-rent housing because he believes it encourages a sort of Soviet-style housing conditions.
That's not what he said. That is not what he said. He said forcing Canadians to live in more co-op housing, building more co-op housing, would be Soviet style and communistic. He did not say that the fact that affordable housing exists or that people live in affordable housing is not communistic. Previously it was libs for 8.
Chef de l'opposition.
I gave the Foreign Affairs Minister 2 opportunities to condemn the increasingly common and terrifying anti-Semitic chants we hear in the streets. Israel will soon be gone. There is only one solution, intifada.
Gee, why else did we move to a town with 2,000 people? Yeah. You have 3 liters of I've had my bottle since Saturday. I drank 2.5 glasses on Saturday. And I think I've got another 2.5 glasses left, probably more than that. It's a 1.5 liter bottle.
Revolution. Twice she refused to condemn those remarks. She continues to pander to Hamas supporters in the Liberal Party as part of her leadership campaign rather than doing her job. So I'll give her another chance. Will she publicly support Israel's right to retaliate against the tyrants of Tehran and the terrorists in Hezbollah and Hamas to protect itself? Yes or no?
He's not wrong. There are Hamas supporters. But that's dangerous territory.
If we don't do politics about...
I just want to encourage all members to ensure, consistent with rulings in the past, and I will come back to this near the end of question period, but just to caution all members to please be judicious in their words. The Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, if there's a day where we don't do politics about people's lives being taken or people being killed, it's today.
Oh, go on. Oh, go on. Holy crap. If it's a day to not be political with people's lives, he's not being political. He wants you not to allow pro-Hamas bullshit in Canada.
Any form of anti-Semitism, I hope, in this House. Any form of discrimination. And I really hope that my colleague in front will apologize.
Right on. Oh, apologize. Oh, yes. Apologize for what? Apologize for telling the truth? Really? Is that what we should be apologizing for?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
There was ever a day when we needed a government to...
On my box of pear, it says it stays fresh for 21 days. That is the true definition of optimism. Oh, shut up, you sanctimonious cow. Right? Did she just break your brain, honey? Did she just break your brain?
Lives be taken or...
Caution all members to please be judicious in their words. The Honourable Minister for Foreign Affairs.
Mr. Speaker, if there's a day where we don't do politics about people's lives being taken or people being killed, it's today.
Wow. I can't believe she said that.
We are all against any form of anti-Semitism, I hope, in this House. Any form of discrimination. And I really hope that my colleague in front will apologize.
Right on.
I can't believe she just said that. I can't believe... Apologize for calling me out for my horrible lack of condemnation of any of this nonsense, any of this bullshit that's happening in Canada. Yeah, how dare you call me out for that?
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
There was ever a day when we needed a government to stand up for what was right, this would be that.
Thank you.
This government has sought to divide Canadians by saying one thing to one group and precisely the opposite to another group. And here in this House, remaining radio silent on condemning anti-Semitic chants and on supporting Israel's right to truly defend itself by retaliating against the terrorists and tyrants. Why won't she do the right thing and stand beside the Jewish people today?
Because she's a coward.
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
Oh, I love how he keeps saving her ass. I love how he keeps jumping in and here, let me answer for you. Don't worry.
Speaker, 1 year ago in the Middle East, peace was broken by a violent terrorist attack by Hamas. On this side of the ocean, we deserve to do better in terms of the protest that we articulate. It needs to be peaceful. What that means is you don't go out on the streets and target a daycare. You don't go out on the streets and target a community center.
Then why are you all letting it happen? Why are, like, you know what's fascinating to me? Synagogues are being protested against and attacked. Christian churches are being burnt to the ground. Don't see very many mosques being attacked, though. Isn't that interesting? I'm just going to leave that there.
You don't go out on the streets and target a synagogue. Our resolve to fight anti-Semitism is strong. It has been strong since this parliament started when we outlawed the willful promotion of anti-Semitism. It is even stronger now when we're advocating for more strict penalties, which that party opposes.
Okay, right? I this is...
The Honourable Member for Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
Speaker, it was you who ruled that this NDP Liberal government obstructed a lawful order of this House by not turning over the evidence in the $400 million corruption scandal. It has this Parliament paralyzed and unable to deal with the misery and chaos that's been created after 9 years.
Now, they're going to say once again that this is the Conservatives' fault, but the Speaker ruled that the Liberals needed to turn over the documents, and the Speaker ruled that on Wednesday of last week, I believe it was, and they still have not turned those documents over.
Of this NDP Liberal government. And taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and time is up for the cover-up of this latest corruption scandal. So will they simply provide the evidence to the police so that this House can get back to its work of holding them accountable?
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, that member is again false in his statements, because what you clearly ruled was that this matter should be sent to committee for further study because
it's been in committee. We don't need it to go back there. It's been there.
It is the first time in this Parliament's history that it is taking its extraordinary powers and abusing them in such an egregious way. The issue with which they...
That's a very, very strong condemnation. To say that the Conservatives are abusing their power as opposition, that's messed up. You can't just throw that out there.
Honourable member is discussing has been dealt with by this government, but it's up to the Conservatives to stop obstructing their own obstruction so that we can all get back to the important work of governing for Canadians. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member from Leeds, Grenville, Thousand Islands and Rideau Lakes.
Only a Liberal would get up in this place and say that the majority of members in this House who were democratically elected exercising powers that are legally bestowed upon this Parliament are somehow infringing upon this government's constitutional right to not be investigated by the RCMP for their own corruption.
It's baffling. It is absolutely baffling to hear a government member say that the opposition is abusing its power to call into question and demand the documents of a conflict of interest case be turned over to the RCMP. That is just shocking to me. Like, even for the Liberal Party, for them to claim charter abuse on this is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yes, but that comedy didn't return the result that they wanted. They need to go sit in their room and think about it. Obstructing their own obstruction sounds like self-inflicted constipation. It does. It really does.
Absolutely unbelievable. Over 186 conflicts of interest, $400 million lining the pockets of well-connected Liberal insiders, while Canadians are lined up at food banks in record numbers. So we want to know if this government's expecting the NDP to bail them out and stop us from holding them to account.
They probably are. If you really think about it, that's probably their hope.
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
Mr. Speaker, let's be clear about two things. In terms of a criminal prosecution, the way it normally unfolds is the police seek a search warrant from a judge. The judge evaluates the Charter of Rights and Freedoms and the charter interest they're at stake in getting those documents.
Okay, but when the government house leader orders somebody to turn documents over to the RCMP, we don't really need a charter. We don't really need a judge to issue a warrant.
Something of which that party cares not. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, we also have this fundamental premise. It's called police independence. We safeguard it in Canada. You know who doesn't safeguard it? Authoritarian regimes. I guess the leader of the opposition and his minions are sharing their blatant observation and favoritism
That's an
towards...
interesting choice of words. His minions? The leader of the opposition and his minions. Oh my. That's interesting.
Authoritarian tactics in this house.
The Honourable Member for Louis Saint Laurent.
Okay, we're skipping the French.
The CMPs, my colleague, but Open House, Wayne Harper, is a house.
L'Honorable Ministre Revenu National.
Québécois colleagues, but from the state officials, and they submit. We support supply management.
Oh,
rid of
my
it. And when
God.
the eggs, you support the
French,
at the moment,
French.
Cost.
senators to deal with it diligently.
The Honourable Member from Kamloops Thompson Caribou.
Mr. Speaker, after 9 years, the NDP Liberals aren't worth the cost, crime, or corruption. You, Mr. Speaker, ruled that this NDP Liberal government must hand over documents relating to what the Auditor General found was a $400 million fraud with 186 conflicts of interest.
Yeah, so this is absolutely just stupid. That's like saying the USA government having pew-pews is abusing the US Constitution. Yeah. Canada is just ripping off and copying US politics at this point. You work in a position of power, the charter shouldn't apply to you.
This is at a time when Canadians are having trouble heating, eating, and housing themselves. When will this Liberal government end the cover-up and provide those documents to the RCMP as they should?
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
I'm going to appeal to that member as a former Crown prosecutor. He knows something about the independence of our institutions.
Oh, fuck off. Okay, you know that you can hand over evidence without a warrant being employed, right? Like, you don't have to have a warrant to hand over evidence.
When the police take action, they do so without political direction or manipulation. The police...
Okay, you handing over the documents of your corruption is not political manipulation. It's you doing what you're told.
Police make decisions. They then go to a court and ask for a search warrant. It is judicially authorized because it has charter protections. That's something that member used to be familiar with. I just wish he would educate some of his colleagues about the importance of these safeguards and why they exist in democracies.
The Honourable Member from Kamloops, Thompson, Harbour.
Mr. Speaker, listening to the Attorney General, you would almost think that the Liberals believe they have a charter right to line the pockets of Liberal insiders.
Yeah.
This is at a time when Canadians are lining up at food banks, when people cannot afford their mortgages, they cannot find a house, and yet Liberals line pockets of Liberal insiders.
And then they're like, my charter rights! My charter rights! I must protect them. How dare you try to get to the bottom of my shenanigans? My poor charter rights.
This is so on brand for Liberals. It's like they're entitled to their entitlements. Mr. Speaker, when will this Liberal government end the entitlement for Liberal insiders, hand over the documents unredacted so that Canadians and police can know the truth?
Not if a single one of these MPs should be able to use the charter as they take a vow of transparency. That's true.
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
Mr. Speaker, there's a qualitative difference between providing documents for the purposes of Parliament and providing documents for the purposes of prosecution. The second you cross that line, you need to impose the protections that the Charter provides.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
That's what that document represents. Most Canadians get behind that document, save for my Conservative colleagues. The reason why the safeguards are important is because they protect things like privacy, your freedom from unreasonable search and seizure. Again, fundamental precepts that member knows full well because he used to practice in this area. I just wish he could educate his colleagues about why we need to safeguard important.
Aussie chicks have awesome, sexy accents, though.
Charter rights.
Colleagues. The Honourable Member from Carlton Trail, Eagle Creek.
After 9 years of NDP Liberals, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, time is up. The Green Slush Fund is more proof that the NDP Liberals are not worth the cost, crime, or corruption. They have violated a House order to cover up for their friends. This $400 million Liberal scandal has paralysed Parliament, making it impossible to address the Prime Minister's agenda of crime and chaos. Will the NDP Liberals end the cover-up, give proof to the police, so Parliament can get working for Canadians?
Exactly. No, because apparently that's trampling on their charter rights.
The Honourable Minister for Innovation.
Mr. Speaker, talking about working for Canadians. Now Canadians at home, we're seeing conservative blocking conservative motion, Mr. Speaker. Can you imagine that? We live in a parallel world in this place.
We live in a parallel world in this place. Shut up. Shut up. The government, not the citizenry.
The Conservatives are blocking their own motion, Mr. Speaker. What we did and we promised the Canadian was to get to the bottom of this, Mr. Speaker. There'll be 4 independent reports, Mr. Speaker, including the Auditor General.
Yeah, and the Auditor General ripped you guys a new asshole. And the Speaker of the House said that you need to send these documents to the cops. And you refuse.
Including the Commissioner of the RCMP, we said he has all the documents, Mr. Speaker. Not only the board resigned, the CEO resigned, the integrity of the foundation has been transferred, Mr. Speaker. We uphold the
Colleagues,
children.
The honourable member from Victoria.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians expect their government to do more when it comes to the climate crisis.
Oh,
but the Liberals
shut up.
are so far deep in the pockets of Canada's worst polluters that they plan to label fossil fuels as sustainable. They are caving to the...
They kind of are. Fossil fuels kind of are sustainable because things keep dying and decaying and being pressurized and heat. He sounds like a Canadian stereotype. He's just missing saying A and you know. Yeah. No, yeah, he is the stereotypical francophone, yeah.
Interests of big banks and big oil instead of protecting Canadians. Oil and gas profits are going up. Their emissions are going up. And they want to greenwash fossil fuels. Why are the Liberals helping them?
The Honourable Minister for the Environment and Climate Change.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Ooh,
I will
Piglet.
quote a colleague from Rosemont La Petite Patrie. I quote, "This is why, as a New Democrat, as a progressive, as an environmentalist, we are in favor of putting a price on pollution. We support taxing carbon, which already happens in the majority of Canadian provinces. On this side of the House, Mr. Speaker, we're not caving to pressure and disinformation campaign by the Conservative Party of Canada."
Yeah, that's what the NDP are doing. They're totally caving to the pressure and not realizing how much of an asshole your party leader is.
It's unfortunate that the NDP doesn't seem to be progressive anymore or environmentalist anymore.
What the fuck?
Doesn't seem to be progressive campaign by the Conservative Party of Canada. It's unfortunate that the NDP doesn't seem to be progressive anymore or environmentalist anymore.
Wow. How do you take any of these people seriously, not just from their viewpoints? From their accents? That's a legitimate question, but by the way. Well, same way as you take some of the senators and congressmen from your guys' state seriously, even though they sound like they come from how do I describe this? The backest of backwaters. How's that? So, yeah, and I don't take many of these people's viewpoints seriously. That's why I watch this shit and I call it out and I laugh at it. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. We don't take them seriously. No, exactly. The orange, light blue, and red have to be friends to keep the Conservatives out. Yes, but they're... Technically, we're all Americans. Yeah. Billy Joe... Yeah, this is exactly like watching your Congress. Like...
The Honourable Member from Winnipeg Centre.
Mr. Speaker, nothing but excuses from these Liberals, including abortion.
I hate this chick so much.
Failing to stand
This
up to
NDP
conservative
bitch.
premiers because they will not enforce the Canada Health Act.
Do you think she talks like that normally? See, I have a feeling she talks like that normally. Do you guys think
Including
I
Alberta's
really
premier,
do.
who is
really
leasing
do.
hospitals to Covenant House, which provides emergency contraceptives and abortion services. The Women's Health Coalition says this jeopardizes reproductive rights. Will the minister
There's not
stand
a
up?
space between re and productive. Why did she go reproductive rights? Like there's a hyphen
The
in there.
conservative
or something.
premiers enforce the Canada Health Act and uphold abortion care as health care.
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Abortion care is health care. Making sure that...
Let's see. Real Americans like Liz Warren? Oh. Why does she care about abortions? Because she is, I don't see why anyone would fuck her.
Woman has
Okay,
access
for the loss, yeah.
to an abortion service is essential medicine, and we believe in this on this side of the House. We fight for it every day. But let me go a step further. It's also essential that every woman in this country gets access to the contraceptives they need to have control over their body.
They already do. Oh my God. They already do receive all of these things.
And if you're against abortion and you're against contraception and you're against sexual education, then I'm sorry, you're against women's freedom altogether.
Huh? Nobody is against any of those things. What the fuck?
And on this side of the House, we're going to make sure every woman gets the sexual and freedom of contraception, and you're against sexual education, then I'm sorry, you're against women's freedom altogether. And on this side of the House, we're going to make sure every woman gets the sexual and reproductive tools and support that she
The
needs
sexual
to
tools? You're gonna start handing out vibrators to people? Really?
have true freedom, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member from Kitchener South Hespeler.
Mr. Speaker. I mean, if you really think about it, the U.S. was mostly founded by the French. That's true.
A home is one of the biggest decisions that a Canadian can make in their lifetime. Unfortunately, high mortgage
We actually had idiots that protested Roe v. Wade here in the UK. Really? Did sex ed just start in 2016? I'm confused. Me too. Apparently, like... Also, sex ed falls under municipal jurisdiction. Yup.
biggest decisions that a Canadian can make in their lifetime. Unfortunately, high mortgage costs can be barriers to many, particularly the younger generation seeking to purchase their first home. Our government has made some of the boldest mortgage reform changes in decades to ensure that younger Canadians can turn home buying into a reality. Can the Minister of Finance explain to this House how the adjustments to the mortgage amortization period will enhance and improve access to homes for thousands of Canadians?
Softball questions.
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to thank my colleague from Kitchener South Hespeler for the question and for giving me the chance to talk about the important measures that we have recently announced.
You mean the 30-year amortization period you've given people on only new house construction? So if people like us buy an old house, that doesn't count? Because they don't want people to buy older houses? and fix them up and make them like new homes again and put love into old homes. They want brand new prefab homes. And they just want like old abandoned houses all across the country to just get knocked down, when some of them could be salvaged.
To help young Canadians achieve their dream of home ownership. We've announced for first-time home buyers amortizations of 30 years and 30-year amortizations for all Canadians buying new builds. Not only will this put the dream of home ownership in reach for more young Canadians, it will help get more homes built faster.
Her office
That's good
smells
news
funny.
for Canadians, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member from St. Albert.
She looks like she smells like microwave tuna salad. Oh. Rotten clams and old vinegar. Oh.
Mr. Speaker, the Conflict of Interest Act is clear. A minister
I've delivered to her office a few times. Oh.
shall not be involved in the operations of a business while in cabinet. Text messages indicate that someone named Randy at the minister from Edmonton.
Oh my gosh!
Shady Company was involved in its business operations, including an alleged $500,000 fraud. No one from the company named Randy can be identified except the minister, and everyone knows why. Will the minister finally fess up and just admit he broke the law?
Nope.
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
And notice that the Minister for Employment is either not there or not answering.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We agree that as witnesses go to committee, they need to share information that is asked for them by the committee. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member from St. Albert, Edmonton.
Well, the minister seems to be in hiding. The fact is that it is no coincidence that after months of inquiry, there is no other Randy that can be identified but the minister. And the minister's own business partner even admitted the only Randy ever connected to the Shady Company is the minister. So again, will the minister stand in his place, fess up, admit he broke the law, and better yet, resign?
No, he won't. Like I said, I don't even know if he's there that day.
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I have said, if a witness is called before committee, they are expected to provide the information asked of them. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Oh my God, she's just gonna say the same shit over and over again. That's all she's gonna say. Oh shit, he pointed out the missing minister.
The Honourable Member from Sturgeon River, Parkland.
Mr. Speaker, who's Randy? It's a question that has gripped the nation, and we have yet to receive a truthful answer. Text messages reveal that the Minister of Employment's fraud-ridden business partner was working with Randy to shake down a medical supply company. The texts show that Randy was in Vancouver the same day as the Minister of Employment was there attending a cabinet retreat. The minister denied speaking with his partner. He claimed he didn't hear attending a cabinet retreat. The minister denied speaking with his partner. He was there attending a cabinet retreat. The minister denied speaking with his partner. He claimed he didn't even have his phone, but now he admits that he did text the supply company. The texts show that Randy was in Vancouver the same day as the Minister of Employment was there.
Oh, Polyev just said keep laughing.
Attending a cabinet retreat. The minister denied speaking with his partner. He claimed he didn't even have his phone, but now he admits that he did text and call his partner. So will the minister...
I'm Randy, technically. That's funny.
Stand up and admit that he's been Randy all along.
Colleagues.
Children.
The Honourable Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As we have stated all along, that if a witness is called to committee and asked to provide information, they need to provide that information to committee. Thank you.
That is the 4th time she has said that. She said it twice to the St. Albert Edmonton guy, and she just said it twice to the other dude.
That's right.
The honourable member from Sturgeon River.
That guy.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Employment denied being Randy. He claimed he had no business dealings with his fraud-ridden business partner.
Randy,
he said he never even spoke to him in Vancouver while he was at the cabinet retreat. He said it was impossible. But after handing over his phone to the ethics commissioner, he finally admitted that he did text and call his business partner while at the cabinet retreat in Vancouver. The minister concealed the truth from Parliament for months, and only after getting caught did he admit his actions. Now the Speaker has even found his business partner in contempt of Parliament. The minister has had all summer to reveal the real Randy. Will he stand up and reveal himself today?
No. Like I said, he's not there.
The honourable leader of the government in the House of Commons.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I have said and reiterate that as a witness is called to committee and if they are asked to provide information to that committee, we expect they provide that information. Thank you,
That's
Mr.
right.
Speaker.
That's right. I'm Krista Freeland. That's right. Good job, Karina. Good job. That's right. Good job, Karina. Very good.
Committee, we expect they provide that information. Thank you.
That's right. Very good.
That's good.
L'honorable député de Mirabel.
The honourable member for Mirabel.
Skip.
But can leader just turn as well, which is studying revisions to the Whistleblower Protection Act, and we support whistleblowers.
Hastings, Lennox, and Addington.
After 9 years of NDP Liberals, taxes are up, crime is up, cost is up, time is up, Mr. Speaker. The NDP
Will
Liberals...
the real Slim Randy please stand up?
Carbon tax is driving up the cost of food, adding to an already terrible food insecurity crisis. It has gotten so bad, doctors are being told to be on the lookout for scurvy.
Yeah, I've seen news articles talking about that there's actually cases of scurvy now in Ontario because there are people that just aren't being able to afford the food that they need and the nutrition that they need.
Right, scurvy. Not only are many Canadians grasping at their grocery bills in advance of Thanksgiving dinner, our medical professionals are concerned about the return of a centuries-old disease.
Yeah, you know, the disease that affected sailors 400 years ago.
Mr. Speaker, how is this Prime Minister so stubbornly convinced on his carbon tax, yet so afraid to call an election?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
Well, I'll tell you, Mr. Speaker, what won't help somebody facing food insecurity in this country that's caused by a global crisis and rising food costs.
Really, then why are our food prices so much higher than like tons of other developed countries right now? Why is that if it's global?
It's cutting the rebate check. That's what the Conservatives would do. I talked to an individual, Bob, today. He's a senior.
Bob? Did you just make that up? He just made that up.
Country that's caused by a global crisis and rising food costs. It's cutting the rebate check. That's what the Conservatives would do. I talked to an individual, Bob, today. He's a senior.
Yeah. I talked to an individual, Bob, today. He's a senior. That is the easiest fucking name to make up. That's like saying I spoke to Mr. Smith. Like, you couldn't even fucking come up with a better... You couldn't even make up a better name. You had to just drop Bob. Then there's the other way where people are stealing strollers full of apples from the farms. Lovely. Pirates are back, baby. Bob the Builder, can he fix it? No, he can't. When today, right? When did you leave the house to go talk to a senior today, Steve? That's a very good question. That's a very,
where the Canadian
very
Dental
good
Care
question.
Plan just saved $3,000 on a He's a senior, where the Canadian Dental Care Plan just saved $3,000 on essential care that he needs, talking to me about what that meant for his family and their ability to afford food. That would be cancelled by the Conservatives.
Yes, I'm sure that this one senior that you spoke to just saved $3,000 on his dental bills, and that really, you know what, his fridge is just busting with food. It's overflowing. He doesn't know what to do with so much.
The Conservatives have our slogans, and we saw what that did. Fake lakes, gazebos, rubber checks, because they're going to go from slogans to try to win an election to slogans to explain why they're not doing anything for anybody. We're not going to allow that to happen.
What the fuck is a rubber check or a fake lake or a what the hell? What? I was speaking to Looks Around the Room Noodle Pot the other day and his lovely wife Teriyaki. That's funny. That's too good.
The honourable member from Hastings, Lennox and Addington.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. While sunny days are over, everyone should be concerned when leading medical publications are raising the alarm bells about scurvy in Canada in 2024. This disease was an issue 400 years ago.
Yep.
The cost of the carbon tax on food pricing is real. Limited access to adequate food caused by this increase is real. And lastly, the negative effects on the health of Canadians is real. Mr. Speaker, will the government axe the tax to lower the cost of food so that Canadians can once and again enjoy an affordable family Thanksgiving dinner?
The Honourable Minister of Health.
You know what's back after decades of being gone? Tuberculosis, measles, misinformation that is being spread around things like vaccines and about public health is doing insane damage to people.
Wow. Is that really where we're going right now? Holy shit. Holy shit, this is actually happening. He's deflecting from a very real thing that's happening to talk about tuberculosis and measles and stuff, which is a very real thing that is coming back, but that wasn't the question.
People. And I'll tell you, if you care about food insecurity in this world, then you should be supporting a school food program. If you care about food insecurity, then you should be helping families lift up, not giving them empty slogans with nothing behind them. Mr. Speaker, we face difficult times in this world right now. This requires serious and real conversations. That's what we're centered on. That's what we think about. That's the solutions that we offer.
The Honourable Member for Beauce. Mr. Speaker, everything is more expensive thanks to the Bloc Liberal Coalition. Soon would be in the morning, to many of the inform this House of the Honourable Minister of Innovation. Mr. Speaker, everyone, organizations working to solve some of the world's most significant challenges, and more recently, and everyone with their counterparts in Europe.
NDP Liberals, taxes are up.
Ambitious, let's make this a priority, and let's make Canada a true leader in research and science.
Kent and Middlesex.
Speaker, after 9 years of NDP
He did get one right. The measles and TB outbreaks was due to essentially an influx or an import of unvaccinated persons. Measles was eradicated in the late 80s. Yep.
Liberals, taxes are up, costs are up, crime is up, and time is up. And you know what else is up? The number of kids needing to use a food bank. The London Food Bank is already helping over 16,000 people every month. And more post-secondary students are going hungry. Thanksgiving is this weekend and many families will be going without. Why? Because the cost of the carbon tax is making food too expensive. So if this Prime Minister is so convinced on his carbon tax, why won't he call a carbon tax election?
The Honourable Minister for Families, Social Development.
Mr. Speaker, we all suffer when some of our fellow Canadians are suffering.
Oh my God. The Christ complex. Oh. Oh. We are all suffering when our fellow Canadians suffer. Then fucking do something about it.
And we've made some historic investments, Mr. Speaker, including in 2016 when we brought in the Canada Child Benefit.
It was already there. It was just called the Canadian Child Tax Credit. Oh my God. The Conservatives already brought in a tax benefit in 2013, just before our oldest was born, and it was called the CCTB, Canadian Child Tax Benefit. The Liberals, all they did was change the name of the tax benefit to the Canadian Child Benefit. They just took out the T. That's all they did.
Which is providing support to over 4.3 million families each and every month, Mr. Speaker, an allowance that goes in their bank account every month to help with those basics, Mr. Speaker.
And before that, it was the baby bonus. Yep. It has always existed. It has.
It's how we are fighting for and supporting Canadian families, Mr. Speaker.
Bravo. The honourable member from Lambton, Kent, Middlesex.
Mr. Speaker, of course the Laurentian elites wouldn't understand. They don't know what it's like to be a parent living paycheck to paycheck, trying to feed their families. Constant NDP Liberal tax hikes and inflationary spending means that 1 million Ontarians had to use a food bank last year because they couldn't afford to buy food. In Middlesex, London, that means that 23,000 kids are going hungry. What parents
23,000 just in that riding
really want is to give their kids a good Thanksgiving. So will the Prime Minister give Canadians what they want and call a carbon tax election?
Nope, they don't get a good Thanksgiving. They get a promise of a national school food program that will not serve any turkey sandwiches.
The Honourable Minister for Families, Children and Social Development.
Mr. Speaker, on this side of the House, we're focused on fighting for Canadian families. What does that mean, Mr. Speaker? That means making $1 billion commitment to families and...
That means making $1 billion commitment to families. She sounds like she ate 2 bars of Xanax before she showed up in the house.
Children across this country to bring forward a school food program, Mr. Speaker, that will feed over 400,000 children each and every year. We've already seen progress with Newfoundland and Labrador on board and putting this forward in the...
It's my money, you lying, condescending cunt.
Your schools. I look forward to more provinces and territories signing on so we can ensure kids have food at school.
She sounds high as fuck. She does. She's grinding her teeth like she did too. Oh, really? Like, she sounds so slowed down.
Kids have food at school.
So that kids have food at school.
And territories signing on so we can ensure kids have food at school.
So that we can ensure kids... She sounds the way I do after I've had like 5 glasses of wine. And I can tell I'm slurring. So I'm speaking really slowly so I won't slur as bad. Like that.
L'honorable député de Montmagny.
Like, do you even hear how they're clapping for her? She's getting like slow claps.
L'honorable député de Montmagny.
The honourable member
retirement
from St. John's East.
What about in the members' riding? We need an explanation about why it's bureaucratic to help hungry children.
Member from St. John's East.
In 2012, the Conservative Prime Minister traveled to the World Economic Forum in Davos to announce their plan to raise the retirement age to 67. Their plan, supported by the Leader of the Opposition, would have taken away OAS from 1 million Canadian seniors who turn 65 this year.
Okay, you guys have been in power for 9 years. And 2012 was 12 years ago. So that's even longer. So I think maybe you should stop talking about that now.
Can the Minister of Seniors share how the government has defended Canadians' right to retire at 65 and what further supports for seniors is at risk of Conservative cuts?
The Honourable Minister for Labour and Seniors.
Mr. Speaker, thanks to my colleague, the chair of our Seniors Caucus. Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives' World Economic...
You guys had the catering students cook their lunches? That actually would have been a really good idea. It's B. Arthur.
Forum agenda tried to turn Canadians' 2 best years of retirement into their 2 worst years of Seniors Caucus.
Seniors is at risk of Conservative cuts.
The Honourable Minister for Labour and Seniors.
Mr. Speaker, thanks to my colleague, the chair of our Seniors Caucus. Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives' World Economic Forum agenda tried to turn Canadians' 2 best years of retirement into their 2 worst years of work by raising the retirement age to 67.
Shameful.
We reversed it.
That's right.
Yeah, you reverse. It's been fucking 9 years.
World Economic Forum wish list would cut a $1,000 increase to the GIS that helps nearly 1 million seniors.
So why are you helping out 1 million seniors and all that, but like you think disabled people only get $200 a month, or only worth $200 a month? Ah! Okay.
It would cut rent relief for vulnerable seniors and would kick 2.5 million seniors off the Canadian dental care plan. The World Economic Forum agenda will not pass, Mr. Speaker.
Colleagues?
They should not be allowed to suck each other off like this during QP. I agree. Liberals shouldn't be allowed to ask each other questions. No, they shouldn't. It should only be NDP, or it should only be opposition parties. The sitting party should not have MPs ask questions. That should be saved for the caucus meetings. Absolutely, I agree. I absolutely agree that the question period is a time for the opposition to question the sitting party. I absolutely agree with that.
Colleagues?
Children.
Colleagues don't believe you.
The Honourable Member from Courtenay, Alberni.
Mr. Speaker, for 3 years, the Liberals have allowed a company in Union Bay to break apart a massive ship in the high tide zone without being in a self-contained floating dry dock. This is despite objections of the province, local communities, and First Nations. Nowhere in the world would this unregulated chaos be allowed to take place.
Well, that's not true. Nowhere in the world, eh? I could name a few places in the world that this would be allowed to happen. But okay. The World Economic Forum agenda will not pass. The quiet part is this dipshit saying it out loud. Yep, he is.
Recent provincial inspection found the operations are discharging effluent more than 100 times the limit for copper and more than 13 times the limit for zinc. What will it finally take for the federal government to step in and put an end to this dangerous, unregulated chip breaking?
The Honourable Parliamentary
Secretary. That's got to
Secretary.
be either a Green Party or an NDP.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And as the member opposite knows, there's a federal responsibility, but there's also a provincial responsibility. And there is a responsibility to collaborate on every piece of what the member opposite talked about. We're going to continue to uphold our end on the DFO side. We ask the province to do the same. Yes.
The honourable member from Spadina, Fort York.
Mr. Speaker, today is the first anniversary of the Hamas attack on Israel. On that horrific day, Hamas killed over 1,200 people, including 8 Canadians and over 200 taken hostage. At home, in 1 year, there's been nearly 5,800 incidents of hatred and anti-Semitism, including Samadoun posters today for a Toronto event under the heading Long Live October 7.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. That is absolutely true. And it's ridiculous that this is being allowed to happen. That was NDP. That's why America decommissions its ships in South America and Indonesia. Bingo. Or they sell them to third world countries. Yep.
Mr. Speaker, the government's pathetic condemnation of Hamas with no action on domestic pro-Hamas supporters does nothing to end violence and intimidation.
No.
Will the government give up its veiled support for terrorist sympathizers? The safety of our citizens is the only priority.
That's not wrong. He's not wrong to make that statement. The veiled support of pro-Hamas, it's not at all wrong.
Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
I'll agree with one thing that independent member just said. The safety of our citizens is the only priority. That's why we have a national action plan to combat hatred. That's why we have a bill on the legislature floor right now, Bill C-63.
Yeah, Bill C-63, the joke of a bill that's going to attack online speech and make it impossible to say anything. The veil
that would target online radicalization that leads to anti-Semitism.
Online radicalization that leads to anti-Semitism.
Now, Bill C-63 that would target online radicalization that leads to anti-Semitism. How does somebody get to the point where they're targeting a Jewish day school, a Jewish daycare, or a Jewish synagogue? Because they are radicalized online.
Yeah, no. Not necessarily. Because without losing my channel, there are specific lines in a specific book that is read by quite a majority or quite a lot of people around the planet and believed by quite a number of people around the planet that it has to do with anti-Semitism. And it's a real life thing. It's not just found on the internet.
That same bill has augmentation of penalties for willful promotion of anti-Semitism, public incitement of hatred, and advocating genocide. That's a bill that not every party in this chamber supports, and that's what we need to get behind.
No, they are usually radicalized in a certain building, right? How do they get to that point? The religion of peace. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm trying very hard not to lose my channel here, but yeah, it's not online that anti-Semitism is established.
Colleagues, chers collègues, à la suite des discussions.
Following discussions among representatives of all parties in the House, it is my understanding that there is consent for a moment of silence to be observed for victims of the attack in Israel 1 year ago.
I understand there is agreement to observe a moment of silence in memory of the victims of the attack in Israel that happened a year ago. I now invite honourable members to rise. J'invite les honorables députés à se lever.
You're doing it now? Shouldn't it be done? Shouldn't it have been done, like, the fucking moment you guys showed up in the house? Just a crazy thought.
Colleagues, before I get to points of order, one moment, please.
Oh, are we done question period here?
There's a matter to which I would like.
Oh.
Colleagues, as I said during question period, there's a matter to which I would like to return.
Of course.
After reviewing the transcript, in one of his questions, the Leader of the Opposition used language that was very similar to language which was found unparliamentary in the past.
Oh, fuck off. You're not going to censure him, are you?
Earlier this year, a member accused the Leader of the Opposition of pandering to a regime I think most of us would find odious. That member was asked to withdraw that
That should have
comment.
been at the start of the session. I agree. Oh, she is a salty literal translator. Yep. Gotta have that distraction on hand. Yep. I fucking knew it. Yep.
In his question today, the Leader of the Opposition accused the Minister of Foreign Affairs of something similar. As I have said before, there are ways to make our points without resorting to these types of comments. I would ask that the Leader of the Opposition withdraw his comment at the earliest opportunity.
Is he going to? Let's see.
I now understand the Honourable Member, point of order, the Honourable Member, the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
So, Mr. Speaker, on the same point of order, one of the concerns that we've expressed in the past, and it's related to what it is that you just finished ruling out, the Leader of the Official Opposition, and we support your statement, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, suck his dick.
But we want to make it clear in terms of ensuring that all members are treated equally and that the Leader of the Conservative Party not be allowed to speak until he's actually given a
Oh, he poisoned the well with that call for a moment of silence. Yeah, he did.
formal apology.
What did he say?
He's actually given a formal apology. To speak until he's actually given a formal apology.
Oh my god! Oh my god, let me just play that again.
That all members are treated equally and that the Leader of the Conservative Party not be allowed to speak until he's actually given a formal apology.
He just said that he thinks that the Leader of the Opposition should be gagged until he formally apologizes for saying that there are pro-Hamas supporters in the Liberal caucus. Are you absolutely batshit insane? Are you kidding me? I am glad they didn't cut this yet.
The Chair has already mentioned, as I just made in my declaration, and I think that addresses the points, and I'll invite all members, if they have questions, to read that. The Honourable Member from Thornhill is seeking unanimous consent.
Today marks the first and extremely dark anniversary of October 7th, when terrorists carried out the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust. And
well, thank God
after consultation with parties, if you seek it, you will find unanimous consent for the following motion: that this House unequivocally reaffirms Israel's right to defend itself from the terrorists who attack it.
And this is particularly important because Melissa Landsman is Jewish. She, it's, let's see. He was just specifically asked by the Speaker of the House. He doesn't need to be invited by the idiots in power. Wow, Fergus didn't fall for it. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't fall for it. I was expecting him to.
expresses support.
I will give Fergus credit for that. I will absolutely give him credit for not falling for that. He's incredibly biased in favor of the Liberals, but I will definitely give him credit for not falling for that crap.
For the victims of October 7th and their families and the people of Israel, that calls for the immediate release of the 101 hostages still being held captive, condemns the grotesque rise in anti-Semitism and hate towards Jews in Canada over the past year, and condemns Hamas and Hezbollah as terrorist entities which must be eliminated. Thank you.
All those opposed to the honourable member moving the motion will please say nay. Agreed. The House has heard the terms of the motion. All those opposed to the motion will please say nay. Carried.
Yeah, nobody's going to say nay to that.
Point of order. The honourable member from South Shore, St. Margaret's.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On September 26, the Speaker said the following in the House. The House has clearly ordered the production of certain documents, and that order has clearly not been fully complied with. You then went on to say that it cannot come to any...
The hostages are all dead. The world just hasn't been told yet. Oh, for sure. Those hostages were dead a year ago. Those hostages were dead. Those hostages were dead when the first 100 were released / hurt. They're not here.
The other conclusion, but then to find a prima facie question of privilege has been established. I'd like to table the...
I think the honourable member is moving into debate.
Wow.
It being 3:17, the House will now...
Wow. That was a point of order he made, and then the Speaker just put the kibosh on it. Nope. That's moving into debate. Nope. No talkie for you. Let's see. Words are... That's insane. Just absolutely batshit crazy. I'm glad we watched the whole question period today. I am very, very glad that we took a look at the whole thing. Because holy shit, that was nuts. That was absolutely crazy. Holy shit. I didn't realize how late it was. That's insane. Like this is crazy. These Canadians, or this Canadian Liberal government just needs to just go away. It's like the Liberal government just needs to fuck off. And you know what? When it comes time, if the Conservatives stay in power for like a 3-term or 2-term and they start fucking up, yeah, I'll call them out on that too. Because I'm a dirty, dirty centrist, and I will call out idiocy when I see it. This is just crazy. But I will give Fergus the credit for not falling for the whole, we don't think Poilievre should be allowed to speak until he apologizes. I do like that he didn't say yes to that. That was good. I was very happy about that. Yeah, CW, honestly, if I had the choice of death or to be in captivity with Hamas for a year, I think I'd choose death. I'm not just saying that to be hyperbolic. I would not want to be alive in the captivity of Hamas as an Israeli hostage. That is not... that is not a fate that I would wish on anyone. And if I were nothing wrong with being a dirty centrist. Thank you, Fury Kitten. Thank you. Oh, well, what a wonderful stream it's been. We've almost come to 4 hours, if you can believe it. So like I said, I will be starting at 1 o'clock from now on the Just Chatting streams, because that'll give me ample opportunity at night at 9 o'clock to start up a combat hour, because the problem has been that I've started at 6 p.m. for the Just Chatting streams and then gone like 3-4 hours. And then I need to like take my meds and eat and all that shit. And then it becomes like 11:30 at night. And then there's no point in doing a gaming stream because you'd think there's something wrong with BP the way she's cast into the shadows of YouTube. No shit. There's only so much fluffle you can take. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna, because I've not been able to do my game streams consistently like I want to, and because I want to be able to cover question period live, we will be doing things from like 1 o'clock till 4 p.m. I'll be recording videos and stuff in the morning, and then I will do combat streams at night. So if you're not following my Twitch, go follow that, because I'll be doing the Mortal Kombat streams strictly on Twitch. And I'm only 10 followers away from 500 on Twitch anyway. So please go give the Twitch a follow. Because, yeah. So that is going to be it for the stream. I hope you guys had a wonderful time hanging out with me tonight. And I hope you guys will join me tomorrow for more Just Chatting in the afternoon and gaming at night. I thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully we'll have another good stream. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Check out the video I posted today already on the YouTube channel. Like I said, go follow the Twitch channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. You have a fantastic night. Bye, guys.